So, is everybody good to play?
Did you just put a hex on us?
Is everybody good to play the next chapter of Threads of Fate?
Definitely.
Yes!
All right, let's get it going.
Be enthusiastic, yes.
Ooh, reverse box fart.
All right.
We're gonna miss Charles.
Oh wait, is
know.
this what we're playing? I forgot.
Yeah. How do we play this? Do we still need the website? I don't even know anymore.
Okay, where are we? We did this.
browser.
We're on the last one.
Yeah, my browser.
Yeah, we're not on
crashed.
the last
I had to.
one.
Aren't we?
No.
I had to
Oh, well, there was
hard
one tiny envelope or something after, right? But we're on the big guy, I think. What were we saying?
We finished
My
May.
browser finally crashed at Hearthstone, so I lost my tab.
That's May.
So I don't have the
We finished
rotating
May.
molecule
I think
anymore.
I've still got it.
I don't think we need it.
So that's
anymore.
refill kit, but okay, so we've got this, and then we've got so this is June. This is
June.
June 19th. This is June 20th.
And what is the other one? June
This is
Juniper?
June Billingsley.
This is June 9th. So are we supposed to do them in this order, or is this the next
One
one?
would think that's what we've been doing, so I would...
You want to do the big one, or do you think
Okay,
we're supposed to
so
open
it
this?
No, I
says
think-
what's in the box. Part 1, Part 2, Part 3. Letter June 9, June 19th, Part 4. So I would say we go to letter June 9.
Okay,
Yeah,
so we
that's-
do them in date order. Okay, so
Okay.
we do this one.
I imagine then if that's all that's in there, we might be progressing through it rather
Probably.
quickly.
Yeah.
This will take us 45 minutes. This will take us an hour and 7
Oh.
minutes. This will take us 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's right. All right. One letter.
The letter A. The letter is W. Wait.
Or now.
Or
Okay, my friend, I hope this letter reaches you in time. Anders and Anika are sending you a package with a box and the research, but I wanted to make sure I reached out to you before you opened it. So it's probably just setting us up for that.
Intro, yeah.
Yeah, the fate of the universe is at stake.
Oh, is that all?
The whole universe,
That's cool.
not just Earth.
Yeah.
Not just the Milky Way. The box has two components. On one side, the knot, a tangled snake, which signifies chaos. On the other side, the loop, a snake biting its own tail, which signifies order. I
Does that?
don't see how that would be order, but okay.
Oh, wait. The Ouroboros is order.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Ouroboros is order.
Oh, well, that's... All right. If you choose the loop, you will leave the universe forever shackled to the Norns. They will decide who lives, who dies, who creates, who destroys. We will never be free. If you choose the knot, the fabric of the universe will finally wrench itself free from the hands of the immortals. I confess I do not know what that will look like. I cannot promise you that the world as we know it will continue, but I believe with all my heart that once the gods stop pitting us against each other, once our lives are no longer damned and enacted for the amusement of higher powers, we can create a better world. Together we will find a new way forward, one in which we, and we alone, write the story of our lives.
No.
We've come so far in this... Michael, we've come so far in this journey together. I know that McCall will try to stop you. I know that you will have doubts. But please choose the knot. We cannot turn back now. Rose.
So,
All right.
so our choice is between, Odin's crew and
Yeah.
Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Well, the Norns are not the Nords.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, but here's the thing. In real life, I will always choose any sapient species judgment over that of humans.
I thought you were going to say in real life the Norrish gods were, and then you were going to finish.
No,
All right.
I'm just saying I do not want
All right, we're going to call that point.
to put you.
I'm going to guess this is
humanity's
counterpoint.
Counterpoint, yeah.
I
Probably.
understand that I'm probably too late by now. By now, Rose and Andrus have sent you the box. They will have made, no doubt, a passionate case for the overthrow of the Norns, for humanity's freedom. They will have told you the obstacles I've thrown in their way and the undermining of Rose's research, the theft of her magazine article. I admit it. I would do it again. If I knew how to unlock the box's secret myself, I would have intercepted it before it ever reached you. But you are the only one with the knowledge to open the box.
That's it. We're so fucking smart.
Therefore, you and you alone must bring this journey to an end. You hold in your hand the fate of the universe. On one side, the knot. Rose claims it will free us, but how could she possibly be sure? The loop is all we've ever known. The knot could well be a lethal blade at the neck of civilization, of humanity of itself. It is a folly to pretend this could not destroy everything we know. And on the other side, the loop. With this, you have the power to preserve life as we know it. Before you decide to let me share with you what I have learned. I was a young man when my parents died. I will not speak of it, except to say that it was violent, senseless, and unjust. In the months that followed, I began to lose myself. When I went to a support group, it was not to manage my grief, but to vent my rage.
And to work on his alcohol.
There, amid the testimonies of the bereaved, I encountered Maria, mourning her own loss. It seemed as though the aching and empty spaces in our lives could never be filled again till we filled each other. Oh, wait. No, that's and yet, as time flowed past us, we discovered in ourselves a new inner reserves.
Is this the Brooks and Dunn Maria?
I know. Like a garden razed to the ground, new weeds and wildflowers creeping out of our corners. We changed, and we could not have changed back if we tried. A few months ago, our son Sasha was. So they did do it. Our son Sasha was born. He struggled for his first breath. Struggles even now. The doctors are uncertain what his future may hold. All I know is that when I hold him now in my arms, in these moments, I could not change an iota. I would not change an iota of the past that brought me here. To unravel one thread is to unravel all. Has all this been the working of fate? The will of the Norns? Where the deaths of our families were the deaths of our family's cosmic kindness, or cruelty, or something in between? I do not know. All I know is that remaking the world to prevent us from losing things will prevent us from finding them. I understand the urge to rebel against the natural order. This life is flawed and broken and pitted with raw and ugly loss. I have seen it, I have felt it, I have lived it. But in the wreckage, new life grows. I implore you to be humble. This world is all we have. Let it live on in its appointed course. Choose the loop and let us accept which is beyond our control and all of grief and wonder that it entails. Michael.
Dang. You know when it said that only us can do it? I have a sneaking suspicion that he says that to everybody who buys the game.
I know.
I don't think we're
feel
special.
like
No, it's just us.
Just us, yeah. Everybody's letter's different.
Okay.
Well, right off the bat, I'm inclined to choose the loop because at least that guy had the decency to be professional and type it out.
I know.
You know, I'm just saying. Come on, you're trying to make a case.
I've already said that.
You're pro loop.
I'm less
Or
pro
anti-knot.
loop.
No.
I'm anti-knot.
Fair. Yeah, fair.
Look how professional looking that is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is, yeah, letterhead.
Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm opposed to anything that would put the fate of the universe in the hands of humans.
But does it?
Humanes.
I don't know.
All right, well, I think we need the big boy package.
I think so. Yeah, because even the
No, we have to decide. We've got two votes for loop.
Do we have to decide? I imagine we're still gonna
Yeah, I
have
don't
to
know
solve
that
stuff
we need
before we
to
make that choice.
decide yet, but
We have to solve it
I
before
mean,
we can even choose.
if we have to decide now, I'm leaning towards Loop as well because even in the letter,
I think we just
About
open
the-
this first.
yeah, because even in the letter for the knot, she's like, "Who knows what chaos will happen to
Yeah.
consume the universe?" It's like, you're not selling it.
I don't
very
know if this will
well.
end the world or not, but we have to free us.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
It seems like trying to jump off a cliff and hope that you can fly sort of situation.
Right.
Like let's get more data on the knot before we
Well,
rewrite the laws.
I
of the
would like to
universe.
remind you guys of the immortal words of Bela Lugosi. Wait! Pull the string. Pull the string!
There you go.
I actually don't clock that reference.
That is real, but it was also in, what's the, Plan 9 from Outer Space?
Oh, okay.
We've got a
It's been-
Gutenberg
it's been
library
forever since I've
checkout
seen that.
list. A
Well,
letter.
what's the Johnny Depp movie version?
Ooh, that looks like it'll be fun. I could already see some words starting to form.
Oh yeah.
I could also see, potential for a
Numbers,
not so
maybe.
great symbol.
Oh, there you go. You know.
I'm gonna get this cranberry pomegranate to take care of my.
The cheese dysentery
Yeah.
situation.
Yeah.
The-
Okay.
If I drink that, I can eat anything.
Yeah.
Here's some Celtic knots
Oh,
that aren't finished.
I fixed it before you guys came here, but we had an issue today with yellow iron-rich tap water, so I had to flush the
interesting.
house's system.
Oh,
So you should have.
I'm a little low on my iron.
No, I mean it should be. That looks like clean
Looks
water,
clear. Yeah.
but it was.
Looks like a whole bunch of different either puzzles or things that will help solve other
She
things.
said one, right?
She did that with
And
a little
this
one.
library
Just a
card.
little one.
And this
Yeah.
fancy wood box. Ooh, with knobs and numbers to make it line up.
Yeah, but what's on the other side? Which side? Where's the loop and where's the? Oh,
Yeah. You have
It's
to
a-
pick Luke versus the knot.
Oh
there.
shit! Which are we gonna pull open, guys?
It's
I
a
bet a
puzzle
code will
piece.
tell us.
whichever one we
What
can
those
open
are, you
easier.
know.
Yeah.
I say we go with the path of least resistance.
If we shake it, do we break?
Whichever one
Yeah,
opens
right.
easiest.
If we shake it, do we break the universe?
Yeah, possibly. It's
You
like
know,
it's like a Men in Black thing.
Oh hell! I was just thinking. Oh hell! Okay.
Yeah.
There were.
There's some
I
fit
mean,
issues, but otherwise, not a bad quality box.
I mean, not to knock Men in Black. One or two, but.
They're no Xfinity.
But there were a few like plot issues.
What?
I'm confused.
Like I think it wasn't it one where you had miniature galaxy that was in the
Yeah.
around the cat's
Yeah.
neck, and I'm like, okay, that's
It was Orion. It had a name.
okay, Ryan, yeah, and that's all. I mean, that's all fine and stuff. I mean, not really, but okay. But the issue I had was, remember at the end of the movie,
The locker.
they show that we're in a locker,
Right,
and I'm
right.
like, so why when we look out our telescopes do we
Yeah.
not see that
Metal.
yeah, exactly, that we're in a locker?
Because the whole universe, our universe, is in that locker. It's a very small window there. You have to look through that telescope, Michael. Maybe
All right.
you just haven't looked through it well enough.
Does somebody want to read this? You want me to read it?
If somebody,
You can go for it.
finds the
Or-
three slits,
Two.
yeah, look through the locker.
Yeah, what's that in the sky? Oh, we're in a locker.
This is to Dr. Rose Wanning's friend. I guess that's
Us?
one of you.
Or
That's us as a group. We're the friend. Thank you for your help. This package contains all the research we managed to collect about the box. As you'll see, it turns out that there were other items and carvings found during the box's excavation, which appeared to be related. They all seem to relate to one of Odin's visions, in particular, a detailed vision of the future that was revealed to him by the Norns. Dr. Wanning thinks that the vision may have been of our own era. I have attached photos and scans of all relevant items, including our notes, but there are also a few details I wanted to flag. Once you've extracted some of the information from Exhibit 1, you may need to realize or utilize some of the research materials you encountered from previously to fully understand its meaning. Great.
Okay.
The figures in Exhibit 2 probably need to be completed, but their forms also remind me of a secret code Rose had implemented in the past, using the center shapes inside of knots. Perhaps it will serve as useful reference. Well, we crashed through that section, so we'll do good on that. Dr. Wadding and I studied a presentation of Professor Navarro when we were at Emmerins that dealt with some of the material in Exhibit 3. However, the photographs of Exhibit 3 are incomplete. The back of the plate also has an inscription, but it has degraded to the point of incomprehensibility. We are currently trying to restore it. All we can see right now are the remnants of the symbol below. And it has this symbol here for us.
Is that not a calculator?
There you go.
It is. If you can figure out what shape the front of the plate is supposed to represent. Okay, so if you figure out the shape on the front of the plate is supposed to represent, email it to me at this address with the subject plate. Hopefully by then we'll have made some headway on the restoration. I couldn't fit all the books I researched into the package, but I've enclosed my library card. If you can find this library, the books relate to the carved grids in Exhibit 5 and 6. Though you'll likely need to figure out how to translate the figures in Exhibit 4 to make sense of Exhibit 5. The markings on the box suggest that opening it will require a 4-digit code that can be derived using the knot symbols found on the enclosed exhibits.
Or brute force.
I believe
Probably
each
work.
knot represents a number, so keep that in mind as you decipher these documents. The equation on the front side of the box should come together to form one code that could be used to open either side. When you are ready to align...
What are you talking about, relock it? I didn't. What are you talking about?
Did you prove this?
No, why would I ever do something like that?
The fate of the universe.
Does it look like it's opening? Obviously not. Come on.
Damn it.
When you are ready to align the correct numbers on the dials from the back to the front, starting with the end furthest away from the equation, and face them towards the head of the snake on the side you want to open. That is to say, align the numbers toward the equation's end to open the loop side, or facing the opposite direction to open the knot. Lastly, make sure you think carefully before trying to open the box, as I don't imagine you'd want to unlock the wrong side by accident. Your decision, whatever it is, cannot be taken back. No. Good luck, Annika.
Are you sure though? Are you sure?
Well, the clues are right here.
Yeah.
It's this symbol, the Trojan horse, that weird rose.
Okay,
thing.
well, this is this divided by that times this times that minus that.
Yeah, well, if that's how you want to look at it.
That's how the equation works. All right.
That's how your equation works.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
The knot at the top right corner seems to be the same as.
Okay. But so reading go back to stop doing what he was doing. He did that already. God damn it.
Got it.
All I'm saying is, if people were like the fate of the universe and they were upset because they didn't know how to open this thing.
Yeah. Sauce,
Okay.
pliers.
Yeah,
Okay,
there's to that end. There's been like several movies. There was one I watched recently. I'm trying to remember which it was. That where part of something they needed was in a puzzle box.
Yeah.
And they stressed themselves out over like
How are we gonna solve this?
how to figure out this.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like if it's
Done.
a wooden puzzle box
Yeah.
and in lives or whatever is at stake. then
Unless
yes.
there's some magic
right.
protecting this thing, I'm pretty sure I can handle this. All right, what do we do?
There's
Just
like
grab
one of
these and
those
start
like
cracking?
ancient
Well, they kind of have
like
to go in somewhat of an
archaeological,
order.
Somewhat of an
like National
I think
Geographic
these could be
shows.
separate
It's
a
like-
little bit,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it did tell you
forget what
that
Angle grinder can get in there.
Yeah.
you're gonna need part of some to finish the other. But once you extract the information from one, you may need to utilize. Okay,
We need past.
you'll need the materials from the past,
Right.
and then the figures on 2 probably need to be completed, but their forms on then.
Which would have been used for funeral
3.
ceremonies and could be folded in multiple ways. It's printed double-sided for you, so you can see exactly what it's like. We haven't fully connected the dots on this yet, but you can cut it off
Yeah, it does.
along the line.
So they're gonna
and try to
fix the elk.
This one, I don't know how you can do it without cutting it. You can give it to me, and I can do my magic of folding it in my mind.
Yeah, done.
Well, there you go.
It's got colors and edges.
And
Oh,
well,
says,
I think the knots thing. I'm looking at the others.
yeah.
There's a measurement.
It might
I
be
mean,
easier
there's
with this.
there's
but
a
it looks
east,
like
west,
we're missing
north,
an
south
H
on there
and
somewhere.
An A.
Mm,
So I'm guessing these might
yeah,
all.
different letters.
Yeah, that's my guess. At
You
this
might be
point.
right.
Or is it? Are you folding star to star, like green star to green star,
Yes,
red to red, kind of thing?
probably.
So I'm sorry.
Weird.
In the intro, did they say when we have to make the choice to open it?
Well,
The puzzles will help us.
puzzles give us these numbers. Like, so for
And that's what
example,
we need to.
that
open
one
it.
just straight up is question mark.
Gotcha.
And that's on here. So
And then so it's the same answer. It's just dials inward or
Yeah,
outward
yeah.
based on which side we want
Yeah.
to open. Gotcha.
This has to be some kind of crazy code or something, because the dates are
I thought you solved it.
3/14/2, 1/26/12, 1/1/32, 4/4/9, 2/5/14. Those are some eclectic dates.
Yeah, I don't know what the
Or BCW, yeah.
means.
BCW.
Weird.
I don't think that's how the Dewey Decimal System works.
Right? We need to text a Gen Zer and ask what BCW
Yeah.
stands for.
I know what BTW is.
Mm-hmm.
BT Dubs.
B-dubs, that place went downhill.
B-dubs, yes, has gone downhill for sure. Ever since they let that buffalo sit at the bar.
Book, character, word. These are all single books though. Like War and Peace is a single thick
Right.
book, right?
Exactly. Yeah, and the others same thing as far as I'm aware. They're
Right. And
single
so
works.
there's not a P for like page.
Right.
Character might make sense.
Oh. Yeah.
Something character, but then W would be word, but why? I don't know. No, chapter. Okay, something chapter word.
Is your printer?
What's bigger than a chapter? Both.
Yeah, I would say book.
But if these are all single books, but are these
It is.
books that have books within them? Like sometimes I'll read a book
I don't.
and it will
I don't think
say
they're
it'll say like
anthologies or
like
something.
well I know, but it'll say like like book is like as a super chapter in some of the stuff I read. You know, it'll be
Okay.
like book 1 and it has chapters,
Yeah.
and then you turn the page and it's book 2 and it has chapters and so forth.
And, like Around the World in 80 Days is definitely one book.
Does your printer
And Scarlet.
print? Can you scan and print both sides?
Oh, to save.
Yeah, because this is definitely going to need to be folded.
Just do it.
There's a refill kit.
All right.
Yeah, so I'm gonna hope that that's in the refill kit.
Okay. We'll need scissors at some point, but So patchwork shawl, which would be used for funeral ceremonies, it could be folded in multiple ways. It's printed double-sided for you, so you can see exactly what it's like. We haven't fully connected the dots on this yet, but you can cut along the lines.
So
and
what
try.
I'm
cut it?
working on is
Yeah.
It's not as moist as this cake.
the
No.
missing sections.
Not
It's
yet.
pretty straightforward, but they're letters. So we've got HEA.
Double
I
hockey
don't
sticks.
know if we're, yeah, exactly. I don't know if I don't see
Go
anything
straight
missing
to
here.
HELL
So I think that
double
might
hockey
just
That's
sticks.
right.
That might, is that just referencing the puzzle probably?
Maybe. Well, I've got scissors. Just use the scissors.
Fair enough.
No, I
I
want
was
to see
gonna,
this.
I was gonna
I wanna
MacGyver
see-
it, but you know,
I want to see this.
that's not a knife.
I mean, that's how you can get into the box.
That's right. Yeah, there's other ways to get
For
into
the
that box.
second
I
time.
promise.
Yeah.
What do you mean second time?
I mean, first
You
time.
can't undo it.
I mean, first
It
time.
said you can't undo
It's
it, so
impossible.
clearly I didn't make it in.
It's like the refrigerator. If you don't open it enough for the light to turn on, it doesn't count.
That's right. Alright, instead connect the dots. So that's a blue
So
dot.
I'm pretty sure every kid has done this. I'm just going to ask you, how long did you spend on the experiment of trying to watch the light?
Yeah,
go
yeah.
on?
At what
Yeah.
point it turns on? Yeah.
Yeah.
I spent some time on that. Like, not a whole, like, probably 5 minutes,
Yeah.
but it was seeing
The
at what
things
point.
we did before the internet.
Yeah.
Wait, what are we
Reading
talking about?
shampoo bottles
I think
on
I did
In the refrigerator?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because apparently it's not always on.
All right,
Like
you-
Yeah.
if you open it a slip,
Just so you-
it's actually off.
Just so you guys know, I had a neighbor. I had a neighbor down the street whose dad had Playboys under his bed, so I don't know.
You
what,
have no idea.
I have no
what
idea what
inside
you're
of the
talking about.
refrigerator.
I will tell you that I used to study this for like,
There were lights.
You
neon.
guys would be like, why is this page sticking? His dad would be like, why is this page sticking?
I will tell you this. I studied the fridge problem for like
The fridge problem.
anywhere between like 5 to 30 minutes
fridge
at a time, many days. Like not
Oh.
days in a row, but
Yeah.
go back, time and time again. Been like,
Well, it's even harder now because they got those ones you tap and then it comes on, it lights up, and you can see through it.
Are you still talking about Playboys?
Yes.
It's-
And tap it.
and then you can see through it. Now
Yes.
it makes sense. Yeah. Yeah.
well,
Nice.
see, the thing is,
Fancy.
I don't
Oh,
know.
on the fridge. They got those fancy see-through fridges.
Yeah, that it becomes transparent. Yeah, that's awesome.
See, my recollection was that at least the fridge, because I've tried it with 2 different fridges when I was a kid, but the fridges we had, my recollection was I never did catch the light not on. Like I never got proof that the light went off.
When I was a kid,
I was just being
Ours-
told.
Yeah, ours we could crack. And
Okay.
Yeah, it was like a 1/4 inch before the light would even turn on. So we would just every time we opened it.
when I was a
we'd see
kid,
it
the
turn
fridge
on.
won the Super Bowl.
That's true. I remember that. Bengals.
No, the Bears. The Bears.
Really?
Duh,
I thought the fridge played for Cincinnati Bengals.
No, Chicago Bears
Oh, okay.
with Jim McMahon, the bad boy quarterback.
Oh,
They also made that really horrible Super Bowl rap video.
What's that?
We are the Bears. Something. I don't know. But then Saturday Night Live made the very.
The Bears.
They made the very best spoof of sports teams making music, making raps ever. It was the kickers raps, and it was all the football kickers. We are kickers. We kick ball, and it was all like kind of guys that were all immigrants too, because there for a minute everybody was from somewhere else. But the one guy goes, "I kick ball anywhere, but no Green Bay, burr." It was marvelous. It was Carvey.
no. So Garrett, you figured out this word, right?
Working on it. No, I figured out the.
I figured out this.
Point
These
out.
are not actual real animals. Those are some
idea of what animals might look like to a child. So those are not real. I don't quite understand if there's supposed to be a numbering system that goes along with that. So what is these are balanced. I know that. So this is equal to this is all we're getting.
Well, see, this equals 0.
That equals 0, yes.
Okay.
And so 0, so that must be 1.
This is more than that.
Right.
But what's different between this and this? Just the way the head is facing?
I don't know.
I think just the way the head is facing.
Yeah,
right?
I guess.
That makes this more than this, right?
Right. But two of these
is equal to one of these,
to
which
or less. It's
no,
equal to
it's equal to this, which is just
one of
basically
those
this with a dot. And then, but one of these with a dot
Yeah.
plus one of these is equal to basically this with a dot, right? And so that's what you got to figure out is, so then at the end of the day, this will be a number.
Yeah, right. Now that number, is this the exact same? It is. So that number is this.
That's what the divide by, right?
So that's what our divided by number
Yeah,
is.
so here, will you open that? And
So what I'm going to do is every time you say something,
never mind.
I'm
I
going
got
to
it.
repeat it slower and more dramatically.
Amazing.
Because that apparently was what that whole thing was.
Damn it. I need to stop saying that. But you guys drive me to it.
Now, but then when it comes over here,
Oh, wait a minute.
This-
Actually, I want to use this.
okay, so then but before you get down that road, are these the same images as those images?
Oh, probably.
Yeah, they look to be, so I guess this would be a grid of numbers.
Right.
And we're missing these series, so we can use the numbers from 4 to create.
Right. From the numeral system seen in Exhibit 4, right? But with symbols. Could it be that these numbers were also used to represent letters? It's certainly odd that the two grids are weathered on the exact opposite sides. Weathered on the exact opposite sides. What does it mean?
2 grids. Is it this grid? Does it mention Exhibit 6? No, it just meant Exhibit 4. It's certainly odd that the 2 grids are exact opposite sides.
So this is just marking what the puzzle is in this equation.
Mm-hmm.
This is this. This is the multiplier, right? So these letters are going to spell out a number.
Sure, and that's going to be here,
Right.
right?
This is going to be
the
some number.
first number. That is
Right.
our main number.
And this will be the divisor.
Right.
Give us the divisor.
So we're missing the whichever one. Oh, I bet that's on there. Oh no, here. This gives us something, and then we're missing.
Does this tell us what it is? Does this say that this is that? Or
This is
that?
this. That is that. Thanks a lot, Flounder.
Exhibit 3. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. There should be 14 areas blacked out, although now you can only see 4. Perhaps if you can figure out those 4 sections out, you could identify the other 10. Okay. These have a rose, an eye, a basketball goal, or a calculator, or and Harry Potter's lightning bolt. These are, well, this is Disney shows.
Amazing.
I would venture to say that they have something to do with specific gods, but I don't know what. because the lightning bolt is, well, it's not Zeus, it's Norse. It's Viking. So Odin and his company.
Odin and the gang.
And then what happens when these get blacked out? Does it give us an image, a number, or some kind of... It gives us some information. Information. I really don't understand some of these. There's some hands clapping. This is either a snowflake or a tire iron.
I love your description of these symbols.
This is a towel hanging on a rack. Or, I don't know. I really don't know what that is. Michael said it looked like a calculator, but it looks like a brick wall with something above it. The wall of Hadrianic.
Oh, 1 plus 2.
It's 3.
Oh, okay.
1 plus 2 is 3.
No, shush you.
Shut your mouth.
What's exhibit you have? You have 1 and you have 2?
I have 2.
And what did they say about 3? Once you extract information from 1, you may need to utilize some of your research materials encountered to fully understand its meaning. The figures in 2 probably need to be completed, but their forms may also remind me of a secret code Rose had implemented in the past, using the center shapes inside of knots. Oh, what's the? I don't have the website to get to the emeralds. What do we? Is it?
We have the drumsculker.com
Hold on.
still.
I just want the regular emeralds.
Emerald's Institute, I think.
I wonder if I could just.
I gotta send them to you.
Oh. Is there a password? It says password.
I think those are the.
Oh, we need the password for Professor Navarro. Do we have a Professor Navarro? Boy, the problem with doing this over months and months and months, there's a purple A Navarro at the bottom.
Yes.
So
it's this one, Sacred.
sacred. So let me try that.
Okay,
You think it would be lowercase, uppercase?
I think all lowercase. I think everything was all lower.
Oh, okay. Let me do that. Okay.
And please enter the correct password. Is that sacred?
Yeah. And motif and dialect were the other.
Let me just try one of those to see if it gets me something. That says, please enter the correct password.
Okay, what does that say? What does that look like to you? definitely saying some 3, 2, 1, N55 or NSS.
You want to double
I
check me
wonder
on
if
this?
it's coordinates or something like 30 east,
North. Oh, yeah, that might be. Let me write this
Feel free to
down.
double check me on that.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know, but I'm guessing coordinates.
2, 3. 3 is here. So this is 2. That is 2, 2, 3, 3. 1 is 4, 4. That's a 2 dot. 2 dots facing the other way. So that'd be this way is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So each dot, yeah. Okay.
Okay. I think that's that.
So I think I have the letters, but I don't know where else this would come into play, especially because if it was mentioned that it reminded him of Rose's
It should
earlier
spell out a
clue.
number.
Well, I'm wondering if there's it.
The letters should spell out a number.
Okay, I'm thinking it might be more of a code
I
where,
don't
like,
think
if we see like the shapes, it sounded like maybe if we see something that looks like the center
It
shapes.
says you may need to
you can translate.
utilize some of the research
Okay,
material.
which exhibit is that to?
2.
Okay, the figures in Exhibit 2 probably need to be completed, but their forms also remind me of a secret code Rose had implemented in the past, using the center shapes inside of knots. Perhaps it will serve as a useful reference. Okay.
And so it might not be the exact same, but it might be similar, but I doubt it's the exact same because, like, we have 2 squares for the center of 2 knots that do represent, obviously, different letters. But there's probably either in this material or maybe a previous iteration, there might
Okay,
be
so
something similar
in
to
some
this.
previous code of roses. So
Right. Like, I think the previous one that it reminds him of is the one, like, with the business card that had, like, the center square and the center heart and things like that. But there might also be
Okay.
the centers of these listed somewhere.
So see if you can find a code that involves knots in the past materials, particularly from those.
All right, so I need you to justify some things down here.
Sure.
All this makes sense to me,
Okay.
and I don't love
Oh,
that
you're
it
getting something
shifts.
different.
So
but
different
you
colors.
Fold it
Yeah.
sort of
ways.
makes sense.
Interesting.
Why does this need to be 1?
Because it is facing this direction. So head facing this way is 0, but head facing this way is 1.
Right, but down here, head facing here is
0 plus 10 is 10.
okay.
That's why these are 5, because these are 1 plus 2 times 2. So each dot is 2.
Oh, did you ever get online?
Each dot is 2.
Or, I'll see if I can get.
So this is establishing
Yeah.
that a dot is 2. So this has 2 dots. So that'd be 4.
Right.
But because the head is facing this way, it's 4 plus 1, which makes it 5.
Okay.
So 5 and 5 equals, now head facing this way is 0 plus 5 dots times 2 is 10. It's
Yeah.
0 plus 10.
Okay.
So I'm taking each attribute
Alright,
as
so
its
that's-
own monetary.
Okay, I'll take that. Now your 6 comes from
3 dots times 2. Because each dot is 2.
yeah. Okay, and then your stripes. Each stripe is 10.
Each vertical stripe is 10, so
Right.
that's the 20. Each slash.
Is that a slash? Is that 2 stripes and a slash? Is that what you think it? Are you seeing that as?
Yeah. I thought it was like not straight. I thought it was. Now it's angled differently. It's
Yeah, it's not quite as.
it's not angled this direction, but I thought that might be because the animal is reversed direction. It's
Right.
just more important that it's a slash versus what angle the slash is at.
And I sent,
Oh.
there's a different staff login page.
Okay.
And that's where you have to click on the picture first.
So yeah, so it's either that or that's a 30.
Right.
Then I see the 500 in here.
Okay.
And then the headdress thing is just a little bit confusing.
So asterisk at the top is 10,000
Mm-hmm.
because that's 5,000 plus 5,000.
Right.
Each horizontal bar that's double-sided is 1,000, so
and
that's
the
2,000.
half of one
is
is 500.
Yeah, so that's 10,000 plus 2,000 plus 500. That's the way I've got that.
And that's a 2,000 and a 500 here. So that's okay. All right. So then 1257, 10, 12, 500, 77. Okay. The other possibility that it could be is
Oh, Michael, I'm so stupid. It spells hexagon. I just wasn't reading it properly. It spells hexagon, so if
500.
we're looking for a number, yeah, 6.
Okay.
Would it be a single digit? Does that
It
sound
could
right?
be any number of digits.
Okay, gotcha.
So-
So exhibit 2 is probably 6. I don't think that it necessarily references previous things at the moment.
Okay.
and that is going to be which one of these symbols?
It's one on the
This one?
multiplier.
It's this one. No.
No, I'm sorry. It's the
The last
subtractor.
one,
It's
it's
the
the
subtractor.
All right. Yeah, I would say that's it, unless this is like a freak thing not done well, and that would be 37.
Right.
So that's the only thing.
All right.
Yeah. I'm in
So,
with you.
I guess
Interesting.
H's, lowercase h's, or I don't know if they're 4s upside down backwards, but that's
Let's see. Oh,
That's all
47 north, 29 east. They're upside down.
oh yeah, that could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Read it
look
that
at
way,
that.
because on my side I was like, "What are you talking about? It's clearly
41
written."
north, 20 east. Yeah.
Okay, so but that's weird. That one.
50 north, 30 east. Yeah, I think it's all.
15 north 30. Oh yeah, I can
I
see
think
that.
they were all upside down.
Okay, interesting.
Nice.
Or you just wrote it upside down.
No, I didn't write it upside down, but okay, so then
But it worked.
Don't know. All right, so
They all look very.
I'm sure we'll
they all
need
look
that for
valid.
something.
Well,
That'll
there's
cover
that one map.
Yeah.
Oh, where's the.
It's in the backpack. The backpack.
Okay, so what exhibit is that?
This is Exhibit 1.
You may need to utilize some of the research materials you encountered previously to fully understand its meaning.
Yeah.
So apparently,
So one of those envelopes.
There's no way you would have got that without all that.
Without the folding.
Without the folding.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely not. Because you had to. I was
Triple
I
fold.
was trying a couple times, but then it's like, oh well, you just have to each color. You have to find the 1 dots, then the 2 dots, then the 3, then the 4, then the 5, then the 6.
I mean, if they had the replacement in there, you could even stick this in the replacement kit because like.
You don't even really need the
the
replacement. Yeah, that's what you still have to
Yeah.
figure out what you're doing. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
bunch of folds. Obviously, you knew you were going to
Like
fold
it
it.
may
But
be worth paper clipping the instruction
Yeah,
thing
to
to
this.
that, but yeah, I don't
and then
think
you don't have to worry
I
about.
don't think anything's
Yeah.
solved.
I am inclined to agree.
So I'm sorry. What am I looking for? A map.
Um,
A map.
A map.
Something that you would use those directions on, particularly like direct. I don't know if the colors are significant or if that's just to get the groupings.
Maybe,
Yeah,
but it
possibly.
might. Probably not, but it might be. I don't know. Just wanted to make sure there was no dash or anything for that. It doesn't look like it. Just a gap. Okay. Well-
So what else hasn't been solved yet? We still don't know what the library
Do you?
card is for.
If you
right?
want to, I'll just stick this there, and you can paper clip it to that. And
Well, I did the hardest
Wasn't
puzzle.
no, it wasn't that. You know, wasn't there in like wasn't it like the first or second thing where there's that whole
I'm
map?
going through the first one, I think. If you want to check.
I mean, you guys are doing the easy ones. I did the hard one.
Yeah, totally.
But
Mine was challenge rating 2.
So here's the map. All right, here's the map.
Oh yeah.
So let's you know what? Let me just
Nice.
real quick
I
see
think
if
you got
these
it.
do anything.
And it's 3 locations.
Yep. Well, it might be. So, what's interesting is each color had like this dividing line.
Oh.
Except-
so it might be like 3.
So the first one was the only one where it was across from each other. Now I don't know. I think it's just maybe because the way
Maybe
the paper
how-
was folded, it
okay.
wouldn't fit underneath.
Gotcha.
But so it's like sets or something. Oop.
And didn't you say something about connect the dots?
Maybe yeah.
So
let
would it
me-
be like if each of those draws a line, maybe it's a 3-line
right?
letter or number?
I think this is old, right? We don't need this, or do we need it? Maybe we need it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll try to hold on to this. All right, so 16.
Unfortunately, if we do need it, I won't remember what it is.
I know.
Anyway. I mean, like even now, like looking at it, I won't. It's like, what is this?
16. 25 east.
okay. Here's the thing. I can do these out on.
I'm gonna put the other envelopes over here again, but we can definitely grab them if needed.
Okay, and then here I will let you work on decipher your
The books.
BCW.
Yeah. Especially if I look up the
If you can look up one of them, like
library, like maybe the library itself will give some indication as to what BCW is.
right.
Oh, actually, is there a green marker?
Yeah.
I mean, just in case the colors do match.
Yeah, that's
Matter.
true.
Exact opposite sides. Why does it say they were weathered on the exact opposite sides? I guess this is meant to be this way. Shoot. This is our alphabet for this.
Oh,
right?
nice. Good thing you kept it. Probably.
Where's my A and B?
Solving
Some of it's
while you were
erased.
there. Oh, some of your best inspirational moments are.
Yes, I do a lot of good. I do my best work in the restroom.
Okay, so
That's where you work the cases.
this says I will let here.
Do we have a sheet? I'm working on this.
Working
Oh,
on
what?
that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do we have a sheet
white or do you
that
need
I could
transparent?
transparency that could go over this that I could use, or do you need this?
I need this.
Okay. No, that's fair.
Do you happen to
What
have
about
another one?
Does this one need to be?
This was from previous. I don't know if we still need it, but
okay.
if
I need maybe
have
some
access
of
to
the
that
letters
one.
filled in on this one.
yeah,
I can just write on this. It's okay.
there you go.
No. Here.
Literal, huh?
Here you go.
All right.
Okay, so
If it doesn't fit, I'll just tear the edge.
No. You don't have to put it inside. You can just put it over.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it inside.
Eh.
Careful, we know what happens now.
But
Oh, I knew that.
That's how babies are born. Like from that letter you were reading
Yes.
earlier.
But
I know he's
but I knew that because of the way that I would watch the fridge open and close.
No, that's true. Yeah.
It always kills me when people have a kid and they're like, "Oh, he was a total surprise," or "We weren't." And I was like,
Not that
How's it a surprise? Yeah. There's only one way this happens.
by filling
Exactly.
voids.
Yeah. So you might not have been planning for it, but
Right,
it
right.
shouldn't have been a surprise.
yep.
Well,
Okay. So this is
Yeah, my brother was the result of it was winter, it was
Yeah.
cold. My
Black
dad
house.
did not want, and my dad did not want to go to the pharmacy.
There you go. Yep.
this is the result of those
the
coordinates.
celestial map.
I don't know what to do with that.
Based
Oh.
on similar.
Interesting. Yeah, I was hoping
It
it would
should
be
be
like a
14.
Now, I don't know if
number.
maybe
or
I
something.
connect them all or something, or I don't know.
Unless it's like the center point, maybe. I don't know if we're supposed to get some information from the center. Interesting.
No idea.
I mean, I was confused by mine until I realized it spelled hexagon.
Unless
Hexagons
there's
or
a-
bestagons.
Unless do we?
There's actually a
Okay,
YouTube
so
entitled
that's-
that.
Sounds like a
Wait a
comedy.
minute.
Is
Are
it
we
some-
like
is it like
which?
No, it's like a
Schoolhouse Rock?
no, like a Veritasium or a Tom Scott. It's one of those
Okay.
like
Oh, yeah, yeah.
educational channels.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Okay, one of these should be some kind of a well. I don't know what that is. So we'll skip that one.
The orange doesn't really make a letter either. I was like,
Oh,
maybe
there's the well.
if the locations are in alphabetical order.
Interesting. Yeah.
So that'd be, but that's
Yeah.
not really a number unless it's 8. No.
Like in the letter, there was something that described mine as being like the missing things. How did it describe your puzzle?
It literally just said,
Connect the dots.
essentially, without saying it,
Okay.
it was like, hold on, I'll read it here in a second, because it was like, oh, we haven't been able to. It just made it obvious that you had to fold.
Gotcha.
This representation of a patchwork shawl, which would have been used for funeral ceremonies. It could be folded in multiple ways. It's printed double-sided for you so you can see exactly what it's like. We haven't fully connected the dots on this yet, but you could cut along the line and try it yourself. So there wasn't
Yeah.
much for...
Very obvious for how to get the
Yeah.
coordinates, but not what to do afterwards.
Okay.
It might be multiple books, Michael, because War and Peace is broken into multiple books.
Okay.
So, book, chapter, word would make sense. And like around the world, there's only one book, and it's one.
Okay.
So yeah.
So I'm not an entire idiot.
No, you were right. You were right on. book, chapter, word.
I wonder if the cities have anything to do with it. I've got Vilnius, Chisinau, Tirana, Kiev, Copenhagen, and Helsinki.
And like for mine, it had this symbol because the word hexagon, this symbol means 6. So like on the box itself in the equation, this symbol means 6. Do we even know what yours is? Like, do you have a
No
symbol reference
idea.
with it?
No, there wasn't really a, unless there's, is this one of the symbols in the middle here? I guess that could be it.
Probably. Okay.
Okay.
So it should
So
be
then
a number.
I'm looking for a number. Okay, but then, so then what? Does it divide the? No, that one. Because you saw the first one, it was like a straight number
Yeah.
across, but
Yeah,
then
it was all one line.
but all the other ones, it was like, here, I'll try to real quick.
And they all look, I mean, those, at least they're consistently making the numbers, even upside down. Like
And
they
they
were
all-
making numbers like.
They all pretty much, for the most part, unless I'm not eyeballing it exactly, but they all
Yeah,
line up
yeah.
on a star,
Gotcha.
and these were stars connecting, right? So like,
That makes sense.
I'll show you what I mean. Where did it go? Like that, and this. How did that? What did I do wrong here? There, 3. And 6. How did I jerk that up? Let's see here. So it was.
Yeah, 2.
Oh, that's why. 1 to that, 2 to that. Okay. And then 4 raise. And then it was 5.
Yeah, I agree. At least the green one matches the stars exactly.
Yeah, so it wound up like that. So I'm like, and then there's all of them have this connecting stars. So I'm like, is that,
Interesting. Yeah.
which it's a star to a star.
Right. Definitely.
Then is it like,
Oh yeah. Yeah. Did the others? The others had the same thing where it was star to star.
so this one is like this. The red one had a similar thing where it's that, and then on top, and then the blue is straight across. But I don't know if there's any significance to that. or
Yeah, probably
just for
not.
the pattern to work.
And the
But
fact that
stars to
you found
stars,
star to
but
star.
what is the? How do
Yeah,
I
'cause
derive a number from
60 north, 25. I mean, yeah, you're right on.
That's
47.
that? There's a couple that were like just barely.
Yeah, I mean that seems
Damn it,
a
that's
reasonable
17.
guess, and then 29.
But words
That
don't
seems to make
have Q in it.
sense.
There are no words with the letter Q in it.
That's very queer to come up with a word that starts with a Q.
Yeah, don't be a quitter.
Oh, how quaint for you to try to solve problems.
Yeah, sometimes I'm quick. Not all the time.
I could do it if I have a pen or maybe a pencil or an quill.
Okay. No, okay, so
I wonder if it's 2. Like there's 2
how
points
does
where they intersect.
those those are the numbers. So I just took, you know,
'Cause it wouldn't be a
easy
very
approach
big
to get
number.
letters.
Right.
Oh well, this is.
But
Well,
I don't
it's
see
part of the equation.
that
Yeah,
in either
okay,
person.
yeah,
I
but
don't see that
probably
spelling
not. Yeah,
anything.
probably.
Maybe you have to find a different location that these give you
Let me see here.
numbers or gives you
This is
some
small
kind
representation passport shawl, which should have been used for funeral
of-
ceremonies.
what is this
Could be
have to
folded in
do with
multiple
that
ways.
other?
Printed.
This
So,
provides
I
the
don't know,
missing
funeral
part.
was one of these
Like this is one
cities known for
diagonal half, and this
Yeah,
is the other
exactly.
diagonal.
What's the relationships that's the same?
I mean, it might be. I don't know.
Like on your other one, what is it?
But I don't know how that would
Because that's
translate
horses,
to a number.
and
though.
this is
Well, this is just
Numbers.
using this numbers.
right, and then this is
Using
the old thing giving
the
numbers as
letters.
well.
No, giving me letters.
Uh,
So I'm trying to do everything back into letters.
but you should be able to take that and turn it into like that's a letter somewhere, right?
Right. These are all letters, and it says perhaps. Okay. This tells you that these numbers. Could it be that these numbers were also used to represent letters?
Right.
So that's why I'm turning the numbers into letters.
I agree that you have all the coordinates correct. I mean, it looks right on, and it seems to be matching those stars exactly. I trying to see if the legend about the Berlin, maybe they're bringing.
There's a
that
lot of Harry
back.
Potter references on this thing.
Spoiler alert.
Some.
Hmm.
52, 13 equals 60. How? I'm sure we figured that out at some
We
point, but
did. I don't remember how, but also I don't know if it matters anymore. But
I need a different color.
where was Berlin?
I got a
Should I
crossover
say
which confirms.
2 and 13. Oh, okay. Nice. So it's the same alphabet, maybe filling in some
Well,
of our
okay, so
missings.
see this? This is E.
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
But from here, the same square is provided,
Gotcha.
and this is 5,
Okay.
and the 5th letter of the alphabet is E. So this is telling me, okay, 5 does mean E because it's confirmed 2 ways.
Nice.
So that would mean that these are the correct letters that are just, 1 for 1 for the numbers.
Gotcha.
And then I fill in the other letters. It's just so far they're not spelling anything.
Okay.
But I think I'm on the right track.
Well, it might not need to spell anything. Could it just be that we're looking for the deer that matches? Like, are we maybe?
No, we've already got that.
Oh, you do? Okay.
We have that number. That's this number here. It's a big number.
Okay, gotcha.
This is for this part, which is
okay.
you know, I could line these up and we could see what numbers are.
Why don't you just?
It's a hunch. I don't know for sure that it would work, but I think it could.
It might. Who knows?
Why don't you be? Why? I really chill your roll.
I'm trying to remember how they got that. So
Yeah.
some equals 60, but how? So Berlin's here, 52 and 13.
They described it in the.
Well, this was
envelope,
the. Is this the second
Oh.
one?
Gotcha.
That's where I got it from. I can't remember.
I think so. I put the other ones up there. So I
Okay,
think so.
this we didn't need that. Oh, was it in this thing? God, I forgot how many stupid freaking puzzles we had to solve.
Yeah, you're like, if we have time later, we can do this filler. And I'm like, what world are you? What planet?
I just thought more of us. Okay. Okay. Here was this page.
I mean,
Based on what?
Well, because they kept complimenting us in the letters, you know? We're the only ones that can save the universe.
First of all, if it was up to me, I wouldn't be saving.
I think we know your stance on the universe.
Do we have a star chart from a previous?
Yeah, I think we did. I can't remember. I thought we did. What? Because wasn't there the whole spinny thing? That was a star chart.
It says
That sounds
the,
right.
the top layer of a star chart.
That sounds right.
The top layer, it's spun.
Oh
It had
yeah,
a
yeah,
clear
yeah,
sheet.
yeah. It was like a plasticky round
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And it didn't line up super well. You had to fiddle it a bit.
I don't know if you want to look through this one. I'll look through the first one.
All right.
This is not unwrapping here at all. So maybe that means to unwrap here then. Instead of forcing that open. I got it.
Okay, cool.
How did?
This goes back in here.
A T H.
Oh, you know what? While I have this out, I'm wondering if the answer for hexagon isn't a 6. I wonder if it's her previous hexagon. There might be more to it.
Okay.
So,
All right, where's Loki on here?
Well, this spells Pathmaker, which seems like an actual word.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But I don't understand these symbols here. But I also don't understand the clues. So I need Don's gonna have to take this over. I did all the hard work.
All right, you might need to take this. Actually, probably is more up your alley anyway.
Okay.
So, or we can work on it together, and then we can join. So this says during Viking funerals, when dead ones were sent out on a vessel at nighttime, they would put these plates, right? And they would black out the areas that they wanted to not be seen by reflect the stars.
Okay.
All right. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, but there should be 14. Well, there's 14 gods
Okay.
that are in here. So theoretically, what I'm assuming is that each one of the gods is represented by an image. So, for example, Odin is an eye.
Okay.
Mimir is a well.
Oh, that's a well, not a calculator. Got it. Okay.
It took me a while to figure that one out. Frigg, it says Odin's wife, goddess of love, marriage, and motherhood, has a
I remember
reputation of
about,
knowing every person's destiny. Who
I don't
knows?
remember how I did it, and I obviously haven't saved
This one
that
was
image,
undone.
but
This
there's
was
this
undone.
thing
So I
here
thought
where it
maybe
says-
that is.
No, you would type this into a search,
That-
but then
I'm
if you
not
just
100%
added
sure.
runestone to the query,
Right.
you get
To
the runestone
find the
ID,
image.
which
This
is a
one was
number
already
like
highlighted.
N63. But then I was like, okay,
But
what
let's
if I
just
do
skip
that?
that
That
for a
gives me
second.
3 different numbers,
Azure,
so then what do I
a
do?
year,
Well,
is
God
God
of
of
the
the
Sea. Yeah, that's
seas and the
true.
waves.
Yeah.
So there's waves there.
Okay.
Weird, yeah.
Thor was obviously the hammer.
Yeah.
Right?
Or
Bragi,
or
Bragi,
6, right?
son of
because
Odin,
it's,
inspired poetry.
X is the
So
north
I went with that.
and
Okay.
east. So
Eden-
it would give you 6, but still same thing.
She was
you
the
know,
goddess
what
of
that would
eternal
do.
youth and keeper of magic,
Well, no,
apples,
because they would put the
and
coordinate
immortality.
in
So there's an apple.
Got it.
and then get
But
the
there's also a
runestone.
tree.
I don't even remember how we did it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Loki.
There's also
And
like a
yours
rose
aren't
with a
as
feather.
precise.
No,
Like they had
no,
nights,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
in
that's-
seconds.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Whereas yours is
Loki,
just
the child of two
City
giants,
of
father to hell. He is trickster, known as unpredictable, mischievous, often malicious, powerful magician, shifter. He is extremely clever, finds solution to problems through, though often at the expense of others. Committed many crimes against the gods and fought against them during Ragnarok, to eventually be slain by Helmdir. So
is
I don't see anything. That
Well, I'm also seeing another
it's
issue.
not quite like it's
This
almost
is
but
not a
not
single
quite
symbol.
symmetric.
This
I was
is
almost
this
wondering
plus
if that could have been
this.
a rune, like if,
This
if kind
is
of like an X
this
with a hat
plus
on it.
that.
Like if
So
it could
when you
be,
black out these two, are you supposed to also
one of our
black out
runes
that
looked
one
like
that's
a,
got
you know,
both
kind of
of
like
those?
Well, it's
Oh,
calling
thing or something
for.
like that. I mean, it's not, but I was wondering if it could.
There
be a
should be
rune.
14 areas blacked out. So I don't disagree with that.
Like so like if this is blacked out and this is blacked out, then this has both of them. So
Right.
maybe this would be blacked out as well.
Okay, yes. I
Yeah.
follow
By the
your
same
logic.
logic.
I
Okay,
thought
so
for sure
this is
it might
blacked
have
out,
had
then
a
that would black
number.
this out,
Right.
And this.
Unless is it
and by from this by
upside down
extension.
again?
Yeah.
That's
So that would be
yeah. Just don't.
1, 2,
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6 plus 1.
Okay, that's 7.
All right. And if we went with
That'd be in the other ones you've done 8, 9, 10.
Unless there's a different way to line those.
I
up.
guess you came to the.
all right,
11.
well, all right.
But even that
so
thing it showed
keeping that
Yeah.
in
like,
mind,
between the stars.
I don't see
Yeah,
what on
yeah,
here
sounds like-
represents
I feel like that would
Loki
be what-
unless this is Loki.
Yeah, that,
Yeah.
Because it's
seems to have
mischievous.
Double check
Yeah.
that it's lined up
I'm
properly.
gonna give that. Let's say they're 1 to 1,
And it shows star to star, which makes
Okay.
a ton of sense.
just for now, because there are 14 gods that we have.
Okay.
So we possibly still
gotta take a break
need
from it.
yeah, yeah.
Frigg, possibly.
I thought you.
So
I think it could
two
be
things
this,
that
but I
I'm
don't
also
know. I'm
looking
not
to
100%
is,
sure.
Okay.
All right.
so the one that I did,
we got
this
the apple.
hexagon
Okay.
question mark. So I thought it was
Next
6,
page,
but then I
Loki.
realized,
We're gonna go with that
yours
mischievous
and
grin.
Don's, You guys are referencing
Heimdall,
previous material, so
god
mine
of
probably
light,
does too. and I was just
oh,
skipping that.
has
I was
gold
thinking
teeth,
hexagon
a
6.
golden maned
But,
horse
in
named
the puzzle
Gooker,
that she
and
had, and I don't think
whatever,
it's in this first
and a
one 'cause I
horn.
looked again, but where she had like
did I
the
get a
circles,
Heimdall?
meat,
this
Oh,
is
that
a
could
horn,
horn.
something,
Yes.
The,
Oh, no, I did a
the
horse,
diamond
though.
being something.
But I think it's
even the
the-
center of the
So do you think it's not the horse?
Well, if they mean
this
horn
diamond,
like a
Oh,
meant
yeah,
solid
there was something
horn.
about-
Yes.
So the
As opposed
hexagon,
to
a
the
Pokemon.
hexagon might represent
But
a
then,
puzzle.
does that mean we erase the horse?
right,
Or a
because
word or
if
something.
you did this for Heimdall,
Was it in
I
this
would do this
book?
instead for Heimdall.
Okay.
There was a circle in here, but I didn't see a hexagon. And the
Well, we
heart
can
was in
remember
here.
that that was one of the possibilities.
Right.
And it has this. Like, I don't know what that's going to create at the end, but Heimdall is
I
still.
don't see anything about a hexagon in
Uh,
here.
Balder, son of Odin and Frigg, god of light, loved by both gods and men, was considered to be the best god,
Yeah.
although he had little power, often depicted as very
I think it
beautiful.
had something to do with the
As very
business
beautiful with
card.
long golden
But I
lion-like hair.
which one that was.
Died through the trickery of
Yeah,
Loki, his
that
death
was the
triggering the
triangle.
events of Ragnarok.
I don't even remember at this point if there was a hexagon, but
Yeah, I
but,
don't know.
I think it might be. And then the other thing is this
I don't
is
say-
book
read that
chapter
again?
word.
It said,
Gutenberg, I
often
think that-
depicted
I
as
think
very
we can read
beautiful
that
with long
Project
golden
Gutenberg,
lion-like
they're all,
hair.
Right.
Open source, all that good stuff. So I think
This is a
might be
horse with a mane,
solvable sentence
Yeah,
or
but that's
something
not
like
a
that.
that's not a
Gotcha.
lion, but it.
Yeah, you could go through this stuff if you want. I don't know where the hexagon was.
Oh, and this was the star.
No,
Yeah.
okay, what's the, go back on, start at the beginning.
Son of Odin and Frigg. Oh, that could be him.
So, son of Odin and Frigg. So this is Odin, and this is Frigg, right?
Possibly, but we didn't know. Well, I don't know who this is.
Oh, okay.
So this could be Odin and Frigg. Could be that. Because Frigg, I just went with the. Go back. Odin's wife, goddess of love, marriage, and motherhood, has a reputation of knowing every person's destiny, but never unveils it. And then also, let's look on here. Let's see what she's represented on here. Frigg is the Big Dipper, so that doesn't make any.
Right.
That doesn't do us anything because
The
none of
center of
those
this one's
bring
the
that
hexagon.
image.
I
Yeah.
don't know if that specific symbol. I don't know what they're talking about.
Unless there's.
That symbol
Can I
looks
see that?
similar to
Because
the
it
card.
says in this, the top layer of the star
Oh,
chart
it's
in your
not.
possession will probably be of help.
I might look through the first
Top
package again,
layer.
looking for
Okay.
that symbol.
In like, I guess it names the gods. I don't know. But there's more than 14 on there. Are any of those that lightning bolt? So,
So Project Gutenberg, this is War and Peace. Like I didn't realize that.
Okay, so
there's
let-
multiple
if we're looking at
books that here
Frigg.
they actually have it broken into like book 3.
Okay.
Chapter
So then,
14. I'm curious. Word 2-5. F-I-V.
Oh, okay.
this is not
Oh,
starting
okay,
that's
yeah,
anything from it.
That is
That's
cool.
the problem here.
Good job with that.
And I don't know what we do with this tree.
So.
So is that here? I can start from the bottom. Is that just Project Gutenberg?
Yeah. If you search for like around or a study in Scarlet Gutenberg, it should pull it up directly. But yeah, projectgutenberg.org.
okay, I'm gonna throw one of my theories out the window. Okay.
best way to search it, but I think Google does a good job of searching.
Studying Scarlet. Huh.
Does that happen to be 2 books?
2 books,
at least?
yep.
Awesome, cool.
2 book, chapter 5. And we're 14.
So the beginning of his book says there's dozens of magical beings in Norse mythology spread throughout the 9 worlds. Blah blah blah. There are 14 main gods divided between Asgard, Vanheim,
Uh-oh.
and Helheim.
Yeah.
But that's, maybe I've got
So
it. Hold on.
again,
5. It should be
14.
a
This
5
has 10
digit,
plus
5-letter
4,
word.
or 4 plus the next 10, which
5
is
would be a
14.
V.
Which led me to
Book 2.
the idea that there might be one image for each individual
Right.
god. All
Any
right.
portion could reflect
Or
the stars
deity.
and moonlight.
So if I go backwards now, I'm gonna go back and see.
Like with this, without this colored in, that
Rock
maybe,
strewn,
that
would
was
be
black.
counted
And,
as one
So
word?
1, 2,
Oh,
3,
gosh,
4.
I
We're
don't
Because
done
if
on
it's,
4
if it's
week.
not,
Yeah.
but it wasn't like plates
yeah,
were
what-
missing.
since
It
the
was
first
that
one
they
was
had
5, I
colored
thought
it
that
black.
Yeah,
These
yeah.
numbers,
With
but
some
maybe
areas are
it
blacked
might-
out.
it
So
might be
that-
a sentence,
I'm
so
assuming
we might
that's
have
what
to do
that
it in
image.
order.
That's what I wanted
I'm
to
close
was
to
trying to
getting
confirm
around
is
the
that,
world.
that
Alright,
these are
yeah.
examples of it being blacked out.
Correct. That's what I'm also.
There should be 14 areas blacked out, although now you can only see 4 of them.
Words,
If-
sorry,
Find out
5
what
words.
those 4
Gentlemen.
sections have in common.
if you were counting words in a paragraph,
Mm-hmm.
would you count a hyphenated word as 1 word or 2 words?
1 word.
Okay, so then it would be paths.
Okay. Thematically, that might make sense too.
Okay.
What was the other potential?
Because this says path maker, so path is a thing.
Well, and our life path was changed, or my life path was changed. Was
So that's the question though. Would it be strewn or rock strewn?
It's probably the paths.
Probably. Trying to pull a sneaky on us.
Probably.
Pull a little sneaky on you.
Hey,
that might cause children.
but you know, but I gave you the big picture clue on how to solve.
Right.
Ah yes, let's all praise Michael for storming the castle and saving the princess.
Absolutely. And I've got the hard part of this, other than it just now I need to figure out what to do with it. But
Hell,
yeah,
a giantess and ruler of the underworld, Helheim.
yeah.
Nothing in there that gives me that. Presented as a being rather greedy, harsh, and cruel.
Okay.
Associated with the chaotic spirits of night, winter. Winter and death. So it could be that.
Okay.
Okay, this is annoying.
Can you get this to load?
This means we're having to count 32.
Oh,
Freya, regarded as the most beautiful goddess, represents love, fertility, and sexual desire. Sister to the male fertility god Freyr. and
the male
daughter-
frittata.
Shh. Go ahead.
Practitioner of magic, she can manipulate the well-being desires of others and taught some of her magic arts to Odin.
Well, maybe you could try this one. I can't
Potent
get any of the
magical
links for
equipment,
that
including
book
a
to
cloak
load.
that would allow her
No,
to turn
that's
into a
not.
falcon. So that's why I went with that.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
Freya and Odin
There we go.
divided the heroic
Okay.
dead amongst the halls of Valhalla and Folk.
Oh, why didn't
Wagner.
you do the thing?
Freyr,
Oh, it looks like it's
associated
the
with
PDF
sexual,
version.
ecological fertility,
There might be a
bountiful
web.
harvest, and wealth and peace.
Oh,
Considered
here
the
we go.
well-being
Okay.
and prosperity
So
depended
it's
on his benevolence,
Fourth.
which made him a
book.
recipient of many sacrifices during harvest and weddings. Lives in Alfheim among the elves. Travels in a
Four.
chariot drawn by boars.
Chapter
A
4.
chariot drawn by
That's what?
I think
boars.
it's
I don't see a
yeah.
boar. I don't see a
gotcha.
chariot.
I was going to say,
Don't see
why is
it.
it broken into parts?
Anything
But I guess
that would
that's
indicate
the same as
elves.
books, or
I think. you can
oh,
look.
never mind. I
Yeah,
gotcha.
if you get,
Okay,
I got
okay.
confused too. If you kept
Gotcha.
scrolling. So then the ninth word.
Okay, so wait a minute. Let's keep track of the ones that we
Of?
don't have. So we don't have who?
That would.
All right, we don't have
1, 2,
Freyr.
3, 4, 5, 6,
Freyr.
7, 8, 9.
Let me go backwards just to go back to where I
Unless
was.
I looked up.
All right, we have Hell.
So I did
We
part
have
4, chapter
Freya.
4.
We don't have
Try
Freyr.
the book 4 actually.
Freyr.
You
I
scroll
thought
up.
I was, oh, okay,
Freyer.
There we go. Book 4. Part 2, book 4.
Balder is often depicted with
And then
long gold. We don't have
chapter-
Balder,
book
B A
4,
L D
chapter
U R.
4.
Chapter 4.
Okay.
Tyr is a Germanic
1, 2,
god of
3,
war,
4,
law,
5,
justice,
6,
precursor of
7,
Odin,
8,
inspires
9,
a courage
stone.
inherent. Has one arm.
Yep, 5 words for
Oh,
stone
and
paths.
Cool.
That would make
And
sense.
and it fits the blanks. too.
These 5 words form stone paths.
Does this start to
Oh,
look like
these,
anything
yeah.
yet?
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, I think probably. Or I mean,
Uh,
unless
Loki we
unless
have.
this is part of the clue about
Heimdall,
like,
we
we're looking for
think
these.
is that.
Right, well,
But,
yeah, maybe.
but
But,
yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
sure that
so, stone paths.
4 we have.
Was there
Bragai.
was
we
there
have.
any previous things about stone paths?
Got that one.
A lot about paths because of all the
Right.
rune,
Yeah.
like all the knots and stuff.
But I
But I
can't
don't
remember if
remember
there's something about
stones.
stone.
Like other than them being
Other than
carved
the
onto
rune
it.
stones, yeah.
Those are the ones we don't have. Now, do we have 12 there?
Stone paths. Just gonna-
We have.
Unless there was that one with the snaking or whatever, where we were following the rune stones,
Yeah.
and it was a path.
So somebody.
And at some
Oh, so
point
this
we can
lightning
maybe
one we
read
never
the
claimed.
the letter from the guy because maybe now that we've looked
So
at
let's
more,
go back
maybe,
and
maybe
look at
we'll
Freyr
get
and
more
Balder.
clues.
That's
That's
true.
You know,
I did that.
that were hidden.
Well, it could be one that we ascribed something else to.
Michael, do you have the letter from Emeren's in your stash somewhere?
No.
The
Yes.
introduction letter.
Yes.
Oh.
you do.
Liar! Let's see here. Your package contains research and managed facts about the box. As you see, turn and house carving. Attach photos, scan relevant items. Once you've extracted some information, we exhibit 1.
Go back to Frigg and Freyr.
What exhibition?
This
So I got
didn't say an
Freyr.
exhibit, but they referenced the library.
Associated
right,
with
or something.
sexual,
Okay.
ecological
Yeah, so
fertility,
exhibit
bountiful
two,
harvest,
secret
wealth,
code
and
rose
peace.
mentioned in the past years as
Considered
civil
that
service
well-being
reference.
and prosperity depends on his benevolence, which made
Wish I
him a
knew more about
recipient
that. But,
of
I mean, I
many
feel like I'm
sacrifices
partially
during
onto it.
harvest and weddings, lives in Alfheim among the elves, travels in a chariot drawn by boar.
Oh, wait a minute. That's Freyr.
To figure out what shape
That's this
the
one.
front of the
Plate.
plate is
That's what
supposed
they're
to
working
represent.
Yeah, but,
Oh,
okay. So what about Frigg?
Couldn't fit all the
Oh,
books I
Frigg is back
researched
to the
into the
front.
package, but
Okay.
I've enclosed my library card. If you can find this library, the books relate to the carved grids in exhibits 5 and 6. Though you'll likely need to figure out how to
And
translate the
Michael,
figures in exhibit
Michael was
4.
working on 5 and 6.
Oh.
So
That's
Jeez.
Buffy's medication.
no, you're
Oh.
you're good.
Thank you.
And then I think that one of the things that we solved overlaps with yours, Michael, the
Yeah,
5 and 6.
so
and in fact,
it says exhibit
for what you're working on, Don, if you can figure out what shape the front of the plate is supposed to represent, email it to me at Annika.
Yeah, it's the light areas. We need to darken out
But
because
at-
they would
at a
darken
certain
out
point-
what would not reflect, so that the light areas or what do reflect. We want
Right.
to see what the light areas.
It's
give
probably
us.
good, the answer to email her is probably
Is
going to
this
be like
starting to
a
look
bird
like
or
anything to
something.
anybody?
A squirrel. No.
Is it the globe?
Let me just real quick, just see if.
I mean, it looks like a globe, but not.
Yeah,
I think it's the light areas, not the dark areas that we're looking.
The
Light
unshaded.
areas.
The unshaded is what we trying to make something out of.
clear as mud. Alright, but we do need to figure out how to translate figures in Exhibit 4 to make sense of Exhibit 5, which is what he was doing, right?
What was 4? 4 is that one. Gotcha.
This is the numbers, and they're figuring it. We were figuring out 5 earlier.
Yeah. So I've got this.
I have something to help with 5 and 6. 5 words form stone paths. I don't know how that helps.
Well, here's all the letters,
Pathmaker.
and then see how this says like. Okay, this Pathmaker is what the bottom of that grid says,
Gotcha.
and then I don't know what's down the side.
Okay.
But see the instructions saying connecting like symbols? I don't know what that means. Each of the symbols, the orange letters are coming from the runes.
Okay.
The green letters come from the numbers, which came from this, which came from that.
Okay, gotcha.
Those are all correct. So those are the correct
That's
letters.
that's our
Unless I got a
Pathmaker
number
grid.
wrong.
Gotcha.
You know, I mean, the system I did is correct.
Right.
So wait, before we go, because this is Exhibit 6, right? Oh yeah, 5 through 6. Exhibits 5 through 6.
And 4 helped him with
Yes.
5 and 6.
So this is.
I'm also curious, what was the one you worked on? Exhibit 1.
1, yeah.
Once you've extracted some information from one, you may need to utilize some of the research.
Some of the
that doesn't
research.
help.
Well, we use the map, but
Yeah,
I don't know what else to use for that. I
Yeah.
don't.
Huh. Weird.
So, the stone carving say similar patterns.
Let me know if I could help hold her head for the first time or something like that.
Right now, I'm trying to get her small.
Gotcha.
Could it be that these numbers were also used to represent the letters? It's certainly odd that the two grids are weathered in the exact opposite sides. So grids are weathered in the opposite sides. Ah, yeah, so he did that. 5 words form stone paths. What 5 words?
And Don, you're working on Exhibit 3, right? Is that
Yes.
the plate? And you do know that they bless you. I get this probably just is how we tie it to the
Yeah,
box.
yeah.
That probably doesn't help.
I
with
think
the-
that's all it does. Is
Gotcha.
It tells it whatever.
which puzzle it is. It's not a.
The back of the
that
plate
doesn't
also
help.
had inscription, but it is graded when I'm currently trying to restore it. All we can see right now, the remembrance symbol, which is one of
Gotcha.
the symbols on the box.
Okay, gotcha.
So it makes me believe that's what that is.
Yeah.
And then we figure out the
She'll
shape.
Email her probably a 1-word thing.
Yeah. But like I can't, like it's missing 2 more blackouts, but I can't figure out if anything even remotely looks like anything in there.
Okay. 2 more blackouts.
Yeah, there's 2 more shaded areas.
Okay.
It should be 14, and there are, or 1 more. Perry Ellis lets me know it's my last chance.
Okay, I love you, buddy.
So there's 14, but there should be 16 or something.
There should be 14.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. Gotcha. So maybe 1 more.
There may be 1
You
more,
got
but
it.
1 may be wrong. But I'm trying to put some distance and kind of
Squint a little.
squint
Yeah.
a little
Yeah.
and see if it.
I'm
looks
also,
like
it says that top layer can help, but I don't
But
know
I think
how.
it's only helpful in that it tells us that there are God. You know, it tells us the names of the gods on here.
Unless it. Oh yeah.
There's nothing on here that
And
looks like the shapes don't match.
turn it over for a second. Okay, it can come apart, so we can actually take the top layer off if that would help. Right? Without damaging it.
Yeah.
I was gonna start getting the number for each
Yeah.
letter.
Don't flip it.
There's no
or,
V though, so
you
that
can only go on one way.
that makes sense.
Otherwise
Plus there's no
it'd be
numbers
spelled
for-
backwards.
the portion that Michael.
Okay.
So does it fit over there?
So, but what? So we need a
In what orientation, I would not be sure.
another stone carved on
But
this side.
but
Some
we
of these
could-
symbols
they-
are too
Oh,
big
what-
to
what-
make
what-
out.
could be where they
Assuming they're old
are.
letters.
yes,
Like,
so
where's
oh,
Odin?
Grid pattern suggests it might have been some sort of game, perhaps involving
Thor
drawing
was
lines
right
that
there for
connect
sure.
the different
well, no,
symbols.
it's putting Thor on the lightning bolt, which also makes sense for
Markings
Thor.
To the right of the grid suggest that
Oh.
different perspectives may be necessary for
And
interpretation
then-
as well.
Who was here?
Loki.
Okay.
And then
so
hell
this
is
the grid,
is-
and that's where
is-
you look at
yeah,
it.
that's what it
that one.
is.
I like that.
1, 2,
idea.
3,
Let's-
4, 5.
Yeah.
5 words, form stone
Just
paths.
wherever,
I like
wherever.
that.
Yeah, find the gods'
So
names.
then,
Put this on top and shade the area underneath.
how do we?
You were interpreting
So another
it.
stone card.
You were doing more. You were making it
symbols
harder.
Or whether assuming they have all letters.
You weren't doing wrong, but you were making it harder than it
Symbols
needed to be.
making to the right of the grid suggesting. Involve drawing lines that connect the different symbols. So do we need
So,
to connect for
question
5?
is,
and maybe,
how do I
so,
Just line up. Odin.
do we have another transparent
Odin.
sheet?
Could we use part of this, like over
All right.
this one? Does it need to be the big one?
I don't know.
Oh, you know what I'm gonna do?
Just for accuracy's sake, we might just, okay, so would it be in order? So like
Probably.
5 from this perspective, so then what are the symbols? So we need to, okay, so is this the alphabet? No,
That's
okay.
the alphabet, and that's what he translated here. So it's like A-N.
Yeah, there was no V. Was there? No V for that. So how do we get that? All right, well, let's see the letters we do have. So F. Well, here those.
Okay, so
So
Loki,
F is
Hell,
right here.
Yes.
I is up in this top corner. There's no V, so if we move to E, that's
Yeah.
5.
I don't know.
So that doesn't make a number.
That seems incorrect. That seems. It doesn't quite.
Because
fit.
it'd be bing bing. That doesn't make a number.
let me just start over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm just solving all of this for you guys. That's all I'm doing.
Could it be like a crossword puzzle where are there 5 words that we have to cross through? Like
Well,
A, N,
what does
E,
your
D.
own clue say?
5 words form stone paths.
Yeah, so you're looking for 5 words.
Right.
we are aware of that. There's the 5 of these symbols which tell you the different orientation you need to look at to get that.
Oh, wait,
But-
what's the orientation?
It looks like it
So-
changes for
Yeah.
each one.
So the clue on this one that you were
Wait,
working on.
are there going to be letters in it? Because if you thought about that the letters form words.
there you go.
It says the grid pattern suggests it might have been some sort of game,
Right.
perhaps involving drawing lines that connect the different symbols. The markings to the right of the grid suggest a different perspective may be necessary to interpretation as well. So there's a line on each side, right? And there's 5 words.
Okay.
So like the first one, you're gonna have to look at it from this perspective.
Yeah, but what symbols are the same that you're lining up? That's the question.
I don't know. That's what we're trying to
Oh, you don't know? Where are my scissors?
right here.
Okay. Thank you.
5 words.
Yeah, because the other part I all knew was it was these symbols that I'm supposed to line up with, or connect.
Yeah, from where
Well,
to where.
if we were using these words that make the sentence 5 words form stone paths, then it could be those words. But like again, there's no V,
They're not
so
in a line.
and it was in a almost straight line. Unless if we do all of them and then it makes a number, one number.
Right, if they're overlaid on top of each
Let's
other.
see here real quick. So that was, but then why
That'll
would you
be a
look from
lot
different
of-
perspectives? That doesn't.
Yeah, that doesn't use that part of the clue.
This. Some kind of this. Could it be that these numbers were also used to represent letters? It's certainly on the 2 grids are weathered on these.
Is that working out, you think?
I think so. I don't know what it is yet, but let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm missing a couple of. Okay.
So those make a pad.
That's
These
one.
5 words form stone paths. This you have to connect the pad. Someone's marking the right of the goods. You have to protect the next.
And these two are the same, right?
Yeah, it looks like
Seem
it.
to be.
Which would make sense. There's only 4.
Right, exactly.
One. If you want to take a look, I just don't know what.
Yeah.
Loki.
I know they go together. I just don't know.
Oh, here, wait.
Balder.
Which one? This one?
So here's the thing.
Balder.
What's
Here.
the first one is got the line on this side. So are you thinking you're supposed to look at it this way?
Yes, that would be the
That's what we're
thought.
thinking. Yeah.
Okay.
And here's what our clue said for the library book card. It says, I couldn't fit all the books in research. I researched into the package, but I've enclosed my library card. If you can find this library, the books relate to the carved grids in exhibits 5 through 6, which is this and that. Though you'll likely need to figure out how to translate the figures in exhibit 4 to make sense of exhibit 5, which you already did.
Yeah.
That's it from
all
this
it
for that.
references.
So then this says what we got from this.
Oh, you got a
was-
fucking squirrel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It is
Nice.
a squirrel.
And a squirrel is what?
Rost score?
Nice. Nice.
Nice.
What? So overlaying the.
So what am I doing? I'm going to email this.
with a subject and probably just the one word in the body.
Yeah.
So yeah. So anyway. So we're supposed to use this to help solve this, which is derived from both of these. And the clue we got was because it says these,
Right.
Yeah.
and what we got is 5 words form stone paths.
Is it in its form? It's not from. The R and the O are in the correct
Yep.
sequence. Okay. Okay. So there's 5 of those.
These
right?
are
Those are
these.
the, yeah. We filled in the blanks.
Oh, you did.
Those blanks are these 5 words form stone paths. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. So we're done with that.
Yes.
Okay. So 5 words form stone paths.
And like if it's, I thought it was orientation, but maybe it's showing the edge that it belongs to. Like this is a jumbled long, but also I don't know why there's an I. But I wonder if it could be like this is the square, this is the line, this is the line that we're supposed to read, and something like that.
Perhaps involving
That-
drawing lines that connect the different symbols.
Like maybe drawing the line amongst these, but I don't know why that. If the I wasn't there, it would be scrambled long. And I don't see it for other, like the other edges don't seem to make sense.
Right.
Path maker. That is okay. So this whole thing is called path maker. Okay.
I feel like if
All
one
right.
answer was given, it'd be like, oh, that's how it works.
Yeah,
That makes sense. But I
yeah.
just can't.
All right, would you guys
Yeah,
like the
not
reply? Hear the reply?
Oh,
Yes.
RE plate. Your brains. I think you might be right. Radagtosker
Ratatouille.
Was the black squirrel who relayed messages up and down the world tree Yggdrasil.
Oh.
Yggdrasil.
That's what I said. Yggdrasil. Thank you so much for passing on that information. We will add it to our notes. In the meantime, we've been able to restore and translate the inscription from the back of the plate, so I have something for you as well. Here is what it said.
Is he going to give us 5 words?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No. Upon the collapse of stars, the celestial mirror is broken. That which was together falls apart, and the clear sky turns its back before returning to itself reversed. The heavens overlap once more, and 2 skies become one. When time turns halfway, the gods speak in reverse.
So I think we're supposed to put the clear thing backwards on this. Because that way it won't be a mirror anymore. It'll be the same.
Here's the...
because it was like previously it was like, you know, the opposites.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
So they have to face each other now.
I heard it over here.
All right, here we go. By the way, I don't know if this is relevant, but since we were dealing with the constellations, I thought I would mention that Dr. Wanning said someone told her in a dream that the best time to study the stars is at midnight, underlined.
Yeah. Awesome.
Anyway, I hope you can make some sense of all of this, Annika.
So is it glow in the dark?
Do we have to go outside?
It's not midnight yet. We
Oh,
have to stick
crap.
around. We have 4.
Wait.
At least we have 4 hours to work on the other.
Wait a minute. What about when it's daylight savings?
Oh no!
So is it
All right, so
Or it
arrange
might
this?
be at 12 o'clock.
This might need to be dialed into
Yeah.
midnight or something.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Could you start back from the?
The whole thing?
Yeah, basically. Now that I have it reversed.
Upon the collapse of the stars, the celestial mirror is broken.
Mm-hmm.
That which was together falls apart, and the clear sky turns its back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very good. Before returning itself reversed. The heavens overlap once more, and the 2 skies become one. When time turns halfway, the god speaks in reverse.
Time turns halfway, so this needs to be here. Like that.
Okay. When time turns halfway.
Is this almost? No, maybe not. This almost. I thought that might be something like a W, but I don't know.
The gods speak in reverse, so it might be something written backwards.
Oh, here's a question mark. Star time, maybe? To the mirror! To your mirror!
Yes, and of course. It's a mirror!
It's always a mirror.
You got one right there.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll do it.
So, back to this.
It's a squirrel!
I only see star time.
Well, I just don't know why you didn't see it. Why I had to tell you.
That's not a squirrel. That's a Mewtwo.
I didn't see it because this was colored in and that was colored.
All I see is star time on the top and bottom.
What's the rest of this
Star
thing?
time?
Yeah, star time question mark. I'm gonna take a
Well,
picture and reverse
midnight.
it as well.
Wanting said the best time to study the stars is at midnight. So is it something as simple as it's 12? If we did all that work for 12, I would not necessarily be 100% happy. And which one do we think this is that one? Okay. All right, let's do this.
Stars limit.
Do we know this?
That's the one we're
All right.
working on.
This one we know is that big giant number.
Yeah.
So let's write that down somewhere.
And it's a big number that's divided
Divided
by,
by,
so that
so-
means that this has to be a big number.
Yes.
An even bigger number.
Right. Unless there's something that,
So we've got law.
let's put it on there. On one of those.
Okay. We've got
Question
Law.
mark. Divided by 12,577.
Okay.
times the one with the pointy, which is that.
The one with the pointy. No, that's that one.
No, this is the square at the end.
That's the minus.
What's this one? What is the one? What did you tell me is the symbol? Oh, that's this. Yeah, so this is times whatever we're doing right now, which might be 12.
Okay.
Times the
Surely it would not have us reverse this all just to give us the in. It's our underline.
Star time, yeah.
which one is this? Does anybody recognize that?
Or maybe it would. It says star time. They underline midnight. Best time to gaze stars.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it really
Wow.
that fucking stupid?
Did we
Yeah.
figure this out?
Yeah, it's a
What is this one?
No, that is.
Sorry,
what did we
which
say
one?
that one was? This was. I
Oh,
think this
that's
was
the
my
one we were
thing, right?
working on. Yes.
Yeah. So, because where is it? This. Yeah, it's this symbol.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is what I got. The coordinates. Right. So then we took this map, and
Did you decide the hexagon was 6 or something more complicated?
I have not found what the hexagon represents, but
this
I,
is.
Maybe 6.
This is what I
try
got
6,
from that.
But I
don't know
that
what to
it'll
derive
refer
from
to
that.
another puzzle,
So if all these coordinates.
but I have not found that puzzle.
So the green coordinates, the red coordinates, and the blue coordinates if you line them up. Now, for that it said to connect the dots. There was no real clue in this other than it says this thing is a small representation of patchwork shawl, which would have been used for funeral ceremonies and could be folded in multiple ways, which is how I got the coordinates and did that.
That's a backwards
Then-
4.
Then his pretty abstractly.
like, if anything, I thought it might be closer to one of the
Oh.
symbols,
Yeah.
but not quite. Like, and for how, like, it was definitely star to star, I would have
Yeah.
thought that it would be like an exact
Yeah, because it.
mirror image of itself or something. You
I'll
know,
show
like
you real
stronger.
I'm gonna do this thing again. It was because
Yeah.
what happens is when you solve it, you where did I go? That.
Right, well, you
So
just
then
did.
this is what you would get is your coordinates, and there's like, yeah, each one had like the
Yeah.
stars connecting, so
Yeah, no.
that would make sense. But
Yeah, so just redo this until it's correct.
it's correct.
Well, then what's it mean?
That's the problem.
That's the question.
He verified too. He did the same thing. He punched in the coordinates as well.
On here.
Yeah, so it would line that. I put the letters on there to make sure I would get it back if need be. So K was Kev to Copenhagen, and then and there you go. So there's where it all lined up.
Are there only 3?
Yeah.
That's it. Three
Three
dot
sets.
sequences: red, blue, and green. Unless it is the. Wasn't there the one symbol that had like a triangle top and the 2 legs?
Very close. To me, it looked kind of like
Sort of similar to this, but
No.
not the line. I thought there was something though that.
we had like a. Wow, that was the headless man. Never mind, that was not it.
But there was one because there's multiples. That was just
kind of
straight.
it kind of looked like this, but with fewer
Yeah,
parts.
there was-
We
And it's not this.
Yeah.
I swear there was a symbol just like that though.
Not that. But if so, that would give us a letter, not necessarily a number.
Unless we, convert it to the number like the other puzzles are saying. I was wondering if it looked like one of. This has stuff in it. So this has stuff in it. Just watch out. But if we're, I guess not. Yeah, I thought it looked similar to that. But.
Yeah, I guess that is it. Because I thought there was.
Lines that connect the difference.
Well, I guess while you're looking at that too, is there anything that looks like? Where did that hexagon thing go? That one. So the one with the hexagon is this one. 'Cause 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so
No.
not quite. Okay, gotcha. And it's not on the card. And at one point when we were doing this one, when you found this, wasn't it counting the points on them or something like that?
I think so.
And then for the card, like it was counting the points.
Or just 2, because it was 2 points.
Might have been
or
2,
3
might
or
have been
something.
6.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I wonder if it could just be this. I wonder if it could be 3.
Oh, maybe. That would make sense.
What?
This one might be 3.
If
I don't think it's 6, but I think it might be. It would be worth trying 3.
I think we pretty much got what we needed of this, so I'm putting it back to normal so we don't.
Oh, you're right. That was by the point. So that we're saying
Yeah.
hexagon is the
Probably.
center shape.
3
So the
probably.
number is 3, not 6. Got it.
Yeah, unless it's referring to the shape that the hexagon is in, and that shape references another puzzle, but I haven't found it yet.
Okay.
It looks familiar, but I haven't.
But
seen
using
it. It looks
previous
similar.
information, we were doing that with the symbols, and that
That's
would
true.
make sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm gonna write 3. Probably.
okay, I'm gonna use another part of this and go. There are no other A's. There's an I here. There's an L over here. There's no other B.
We'll look through here for your symbol.
Oh,
A,
Or any other ideas.
R,
is
So
that? Yeah, that's the
this
one that the map needs to go back into.
Gotcha. And where is this from? The same one?
This wasn't in there, so I don't. Where did we get the?
Oh, that must have been from the one that Don opened, which is by his chair.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Is this reset?
I reset it back to normal.
All right, and we know this one is 12, right? That's what
We're
going with.
pretty sure.
Because it's that. What else are we?
Seems to be.
What's with your
So the hexagon, I think, is 3. So I think we're on to the.
What about your map thing?
Yeah.
He took that over there, but I can't make head or tail of it still. So I got the.
Can I look at the map?
Yeah. So this is the lineup for it.
Well, we feel definitely good about this. We feel pretty good about the 12.
That's the lineup for it. You can double check. Here's the coordinates: green, red, blue,
Okay.
and connecting them.
And it is this Helsinki.
Mm-hmm.
And they all lined up like exactly on the
On the
stars.
stars,
So
yeah.
I think the coordinates should be right.
All right. Are the names on the maps anything?
I was trying to think of that, and then because like the
So
one,
how did we sum Berlin? Like if you move that
yeah,
just
we
a
were
little
trying
bit?
to figure this out.
I forgot.
Can't
We
remember
solved
how
it
we did
before, but
that.
that was a long time ago.
Oh, wait a minute.
How do we solve what?
Okay, it can't be that easy.
Berlin is 60. It might be that easy.
Can't be what easy.
It took a while to get there.
What?
You've circled a number.
62 north. Oh, is that what it is?
Could it just be?
62?
Maybe, like, yeah.
Well,
No,
we
that
could
can't
try.
be it.
I mean,
It might be.
it could be.
Wait a
I
minute.
mean, I
How
think
are you gonna
We
do
might
that?
be so overthinking things because we've
Well,
had
Yeah.
They've drawn this map and
Yeah.
inside of here, because I was looking at Belarus trying to figure out
Yeah,
how you.
it might
But there's a 62 right there.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
it's worth a
that
shot.
doesn't. I don't know.
Well, because we're doing all this dividing and timesing,
True,
so
true.
it might. Let's make it a.
I mean, because there's like this one's point, but it's in.
And we definitely wouldn't get 62.
I mean, there's no
without all
number
three
here.
together.
There's no number here.
No.
That's not
But
enough.
why are the lines as long as they are?
Because
Yeah,
That's why I'm like
that's
that it's
what's
probably wrong, but it's as good a guess.
Because
as
I mean, if you're just trying to narrow down an area, you don't need the lines to be that
Right.
long.
no,
or-
but
right.
rather than
Get a
make it
triangle.
blatantly obvious, maybe they're just trying to make it.
Well, there's no cities here.
You need
That's
all
for
three.
sure. There, you can't like it. These are on cities, so it could be that, like, if you, I guess you could go from Warsaw and make it short, but I think maybe it is just.
I think it might be as simple as that.
It
I
might
think
be.
I think it's
worth,
just.
worth trying, but yeah.
I don't want to say stupid, but
But
like
so that's this one, right?
That would
This
be
is-
this symbol.
Right. So that's
the second time
Yeah.
multiplication,
yeah.
and then we're looking at
That should, I believe that's 3.
this is the one that's 3 is the squares.
Yeah.
Square on square.
Okay. So
So we're still looking for
So
this one, the one
we
that's.
need the first one.
the
It has to
plate.
be a really big number.
Oh wait, where's the very first number?
Has to be a really big number
Okay.
because it's divided by 12,577.
And we think, oh yeah, because we think the other one was 12.
Oh, it's divided by. Wow.
All right.
Yeah.
So what do you got? What do you got going on there then?
So these are the directions.
All right.
Actually, it doesn't have to be a big number because that would make more sense to divide it by that number and get like a decimal or something because then we're about to times twice and then minus 1.
What are your? You said something about 5 words. There's 5 words somewhere.
5 words make stone paths or whatever
Yeah,
it was.
5 words form stone paths.
And how we got there was
The library
with
books.
this card right here. We
Yeah.
found those words. It
Yeah.
says 5 words form stone paths. Then with this, it said blah 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 library card. The books relate to carved grids in exhibit 5 through 6, though you'll likely need to figure out how to translate figures in exhibit 4 to make sense of exhibit 5, which is what you're looking at right there.
So I need a color that you're not using, so it might make sense to me. Yellow.
You want red because yellow ain't gonna show.
Oh, red's on there.
Or orange is on there.
So 5.
5
Is
words
5 on
forms-
here?
No, because there's no V.
There's no V.
And after that, I stopped looking at the other words because, like, well, the first one doesn't work. So
Let's see.
And it seems to be something with perspective
F-I.
as well.
So is there a way to like form a word?
Where is the V on this? It is 22, but we don't know what that symbol is.
Right.
Yeah.
And V is not in it.
Because P, A, path, and I don't see maker. M,
Yeah.
A. Where is path maker? Where did you get that?
That's what this translates to. Pathmaker.
Okay. Form stone paths. P-A-T-H. P-A-T-H path. So 16 and 1. And these are question marks. But you know these letters are the right ones.
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking for words though, because this doesn't give us numbers. We don't have numbers over here.
Oh, I mean, we can get the numbers. They're one for one for the letters.
The fact that they got star time to show up on this random.
I know,
like,
yeah.
That's
Who was sitting
so
there working
cool.
those numbers? Yeah.
that was so cool. I just like how they used puzzles multiple times, or not just puzzles, but the tools
Right.
for the puzzles.
Have you put it back the way it was?
Yes, and now put it back in the.
Okay.
Okay.
Words. W
Did you get it again?
O.
No, I would never do such a thing. And if I did, I would never write the numbers down to try and help us
There you go.
figure out how we got
To
there.
check our work.
R.
The fate of the universe.
I would
is
never
at
fucking
stake,
do such a
Michael.
thing.
Oh my god.
5 word from stone.
Form.
Form.
Stone paths.
F. Where's the O?
No, I mean,
I was thinking maybe you spell it and make a shape in here.
spell what? Pathmaker?
No, like those words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, but you can't form a 5 because there's no V.
Oh yeah. Well, it could be that we've got one of these wrong, and there is a V in here.
There is really not. There's not.
All right, where's this?
Michael, how sure are you about the 12,000? Because that seems like a huge number.
Pretty sure.
W.
You can check.
I checked what he did, and I like it too.
Okay. Especially with that being the divisor, like you said, like that's
G.
just seems.
No, I did all the hard puzzles this time.
Where's the R? Is there an R on here? There's an R. F, R, O. Yeah, the heck. I have a 7.
Yeah, it is.
I have a 7.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I mean, I don't
Oh, wait a minute though. Okay.
I don't think 5 words. I don't think these are the 5 words that form the stone paths. I think.
All
it's
right,
just
but
turning
what about this?
Well,
Okay,
that, I think.
you have path on there.
Yeah.
PATH was that 7.
Okay.
So maker, you said
Yep.
MA.
Well, erase your 7 first. Let's say we got the 7, and let's say because the 7 was going this way, that does line up with the first orientation. But once you got Pathmaker, I don't know where you're going to go from there.
KER, which is
What's the second orientation?
Nothing.
The older from that way
The second orientation.
would be from the Pathmaker way.
So here. So
I don't think that's a thing. I think it just accidentally became a 7.
So if it's 7 this way, then you would have to look at it this way and say, what is that? And that's not a thing, right?
Why are you rotating it?
You have to you have to rotate this orientation for each one.
Yeah. Yeah, that
So if the
Or
7
we think
if
so.
the 7 was
The
going
letter
this way,
references that.
then that means that this marks the bottom of your perspective. In which case you would have to look at it vertically next time.
And this is 5 words from Stone Paths.
Form.
Form. So then are there different 5 words somewhere?
That's what I'm
Not
thinking.
That's been the confusion this whole
But
time.
not that we've found.
Well, no. See, the real confusion for me is I don't know that you need 5 words to form a path on here. What I think you need to do is what it says to do, which is draw lines between the matching symbols. I just don't know what
Yes,
it's
Yeah,
talking
that's
about.
what.
Exactly.
So the thing is if path is one of those words, that makes the number 7.
But that's, well, how's that matching symbols?
Because
Like perhaps involving drawing lines that connect, no, not matching, connect the different symbols.
right, so your number is a symbol. Like we know that, right? This symbol here is this right here, right?
Okay.
You've already said so PATH,
Okay.
which is just connecting these symbols, but you've translated them and then connected them.
Okay. Connected different symbols. But see,
Which is what you were telling me. I just did it with the letter with the word you gave me. But the
Right.
thing is, like,
if it was,
is there something else that gives us information about exhibit
you
6?
said five words form stone paths, right?
Yes.
I didn't say it, but the library
The
card.
library. Yeah.
Okay. So on here, if the 5 words, if those were the 5 words, I don't think they are, because I don't think there's a V on here. I'm pretty confident there's no V on here. There was nothing that was like, oh, this is ambiguous to me, right?
Well, but I think we did words and it didn't work. There's no S on there either.
That's what I'm saying, is because if you did paths, you can get path, but not paths.
Right.
Yeah. So if you were to spell out word, if you were to connect the letters of words to form lines to form numbers, that would make sense to me if we had 5 words. We have at
Yeah.
most 2 words, path maybe.
What if? Nope, never mind. I already just answered my own question. I say, what if the author's names? There's 5 names, but
Yeah.
Vern is one of them. So
One of the passwords was our life path was changed. Is there any way to spell that?
No S.
On the grid? No. Okay, gotcha. Or it might not have been ours. It might have been my life path, but someone's life path was changed. Was a password.
I can do changed.
Draw it.
I just can't do anything involving an S. I can't do ours, is, or was. I can do change CHANGER or D.
I was gonna say, how did you spell change? Changed.
CHANGE. That's nothing. That's
And there's also another N, so there's 2
Oh.
N's, so there's 2 ways to do it.
There's 2 N's.
Yeah.
Maybe that's not.
There-
maybe
there-
that's a different letter there.
I'm pretty sure 14 is N.
Okay.
I feel like these things have to be made with like computer assistance.
So does this have
How
to
do you?
Yeah.
So the question
Your
is,
mind
so
spatially
what
get
you're
that to fucking
second
work.
guessing
Yeah,
is if
3
this is
results for
14.
that puzzle.
Yeah.
Right.
Multiple uses for the
So-
star chart. Yeah, this is awesome.
This is 2 vertical lines.
Which is 20.
Oh. And 2 dots.
24.
You are right. It's
Which is
not
an X. Which doesn't do us any good.
But you're right, I was wrong. That's not an
So all of them are wrong.
Everything's wrong. God, Michael, everything's ruined.
No. This is actually good. Because I have 2 eyes. So you're telling me one of these eyes, well, they're the, oh, wait a minute, this, I missed the line on this one. So this is actually 19, right?
19 is an S.
Oh, that gives us the S. Shit.
Damn it, Michael.
Can we find a V?
Maybe.
How did you get these? Those were those symbols.
Yeah, those we're more sure on. Okay, so 19 is an S
We need a 22. Check this 12.
because I've got 2 L's.
Yeah, check that 12.
Oh, it's not 12, it's
We have no idea what the V symbol was, though.
right?
Yeah, that's 22. And that's a V.
Oh, well, we just don't know what the ring looks like. But that works.
But now we can do 5.
Yeah. Damn it,
yeah.
Michael!
Nice.
Look, I said, double check me.
No, you didn't. In fact, what you said
I think you said was
it's right.
I did all
It's right. It's correct.
I did all the
I've
hard
been solving
work.
all the hard ones. It's correct.
Okay, so any other duplicate letters? Okay.
If only we had an alibi sort of device that we could review
Right?
and
Yeah.
see what was said.
Like
All right, so now let's
like
So
try.
now do the 5. So
Yeah.
now do the 5. Now do 5 words form stone
All right.
paths.
Okay. If that answers it, I'm gonna be so
that
mad
makes
we
me feel
were-
better about this
Yeah,
puzzle, 'cause
yeah.
otherwise this was not necessary.
And then, so the first one, so yes.
Look. I intentionally gave you guys opportunity.
So looking at that one, yeah, the perspective you're at for the first
I don't
word,
think the
which is 5.
perspective
No, it does. It
matters.
says you have to look
Well,
at
but I'm just gonna draw it and
Well,
then you
And then
just
you'll turn
turn
it
it.
around until it makes a number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
W O. Where's the R?
Right below the O.
That's a G.
No. Oh, I'm sorry, but
Below the D.
which looks like an O.
R D words. That's a 5.
form,
Form.
which is from the direct path that you would have to be looking at it.
Yeah.
Give me a different color.
This was the freaking. We were right. We were thinking the right way, but Michael had it wrong.
Michael never does anything
That's
wrong.
right.
You guys just interpreted it for us.
He's like, no, I did it. It's correct.
O R.
I mean, there were a couple that I questioned and double checked, and they were right. But the ones that I got wrong were not ones that I
Form.
questioned. Like, you know,
Which
they
would be
weren't-
from this wall, which is a 4.
Yep. Stone.
So wait, hold on. What do we have so far? It's 7, 5, 4.
Yeah. 7 5 4.
Okay.
Look. Stone.
So we're gonna get some sort of 5-digit number,
S.
which is good because we need a large number.
T O N E. I don't know what that is.
You gotta look at it from the path maker side.
6.
Yeah. Use the perspective.
6. And then what's the last word? Stone
If
paths.
it's getting a little convoluted, you could erase the other ones.
Hey, you shut up.
You shut your whore mouth.
T H S. Now that one I don't know.
That's from my perspective. Which line
that a
did you
2?
draw?
This purple right here. Is
Yeah,
that
it looks
2?
like a 2.
Yeah.
Let's go with
All right.
that.
7, 5, 4, 6, 2.
All right.
Damn it, Michael!
Calculator. Get your calculator out.
All right, here we go. Let's do it.
So is that the first one then?
Yep.
Or-
Okay, so 7, 5, 4, 6, 2.
Divided by
Divided by
12,577.
577.
Yep.
That's 6.
6, yeah.
So that
Times.
right.
Oh,
so
wait,
far.
yeah, so 6 times
Times 12
12 equals
5.
72
times 62
times 62
Minus
3.
is 4461, which 4461 would be, wait, it was 4461. Yeah, that would open that, and then the reverse would be the other side.
yes.
So, not that I would have ever figured that out.
No, that's not the answer.
It totally works.
All right. So we're now at a point where we got to decide which one we want to open.
That's
What
true.
are our 2 options?
It is
Chaos or order?
the loop was keeping it as it is.
Who put
knot?
What puts the Norns in charge?
The loop.
It
The
keeps
Lords are in charge.
Yeah.
so it keeps them
The Norns are like goddess women that put
who weave fate
weave fate.
versus
Where-
nobody weaving fate.
Where's the one with the business card? This has to
Oh,
go back in there.
gotcha. Which I'll find that one.
Now here's the thing. 850.
Yeah, looks like I'm not crazy for bringing that fucking filler in. Son of a bitch.
Is
that something else Michael was talking about?
All right,
Seems to be wrong today.
Michael.
Yeah.
Michael, since you did the heaviest work,
Yeah. Wrong. My bad.
loop or knots?
Loop. Okay.
I like that.
Loop
So-
there. Wait a minute. Hold on. What do you vote on?
I really doesn't matter to me. I will go based off of my original statement of the typed letter was more professional.
Yes.
So that was
So
the
that was
loop.
the
That was the loop.
All right. I'm gonna just because I want to vote for Rose
Okay.
because I feel like she's the crazy kind of girl I want to be around.
She's like the protagonist.
Say
in this
Rose,
game,
and then we'll flip a coin.
but- No.
No.
I like Luke. I like
Well, you guys all went with the
All right.
loop, but we probably will repack everything and take a look.
Yeah, we probably.
Unless it busts open and breaks everything.
So
But one thing
for
that
the
can't be
loop,
repaired.
All right. So wait, what does it say? Put the box in water?
Okay, wait. Jeez, oh, Pete.
Jeez, Pete. He said, "Jeez, Pete."
Wait, hit it harder with your knife.
Where's the? I got a hammer. Don't open it
6,
because he
4.
doesn't want to open it.
All right, I'll save the last digit.
Garrett,
Yes.
come here.
Okay.
He's having a real.
He's having a hard
real
time
Buffy
wiping.
issue.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
All right. So anyway, how's your leg? All right. So tell me about this. What's that game again?
What game?
The one that I asked about.
Tainted Grail.
Tainted Grail.
Yeah,
I don't like anything.
I have it.
Anything with the taint makes me a little nervous.
I was gonna check with everyone else too to see, but I
So-
would be happy to host
So,
next Monday.
what
And
exactly is the deal with that? It is a campaign.
campaign style game? And honestly, I got it with the original Kickstarter, which was years ago now.
Yeah.
I read the rule book then. Was very interested. It seemed pretty straightforward.
What
I
is
haven't played it or read
is
it
it a
since. So
board co-op? Board
no,
game?
it's
Is it
all card driven, and the cards will lay out a map as you.
Okay.
But then there's other cards for other things. so
And
it's
we're
kind
a
of-
party.
Yeah, I believe so.
Do you
She's
know?
not spreading it all into her.
I'd be curious to know how. Like, all right. So here's what I would.
I thought you guys had played it because
we joked.
Justin.
We
Oh,
were giving you a hard time.
oh! I thought the whole time you had played it. I was thinking
No.
about
That was a. Tell Leonard that because that you have kept saying it. Tell Leonard that we are gonna go ahead and play that. Sorry, you can't make it. I thought you knew that.
I did. You
Oh,
probably
I
did tell me
should've
and I
kept it
forgot. Yeah.
So okay, so here is what I am roughly interested in trying to figure out. Is there some kind of, and maybe it's like Gloomhaven or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to do something where you like. Okay, so in Arkham,
Mm-hmm.
you're building a deck of cards, and you have weapons and other things in there, but like at one point I had 5 cards and none of them did anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't have the ability to affect the game for a couple of rounds. So if we go back to the idea of the original kind of campaign sort of thing, RPG type stuff, you're going to create a character and you're going to give that character a certain amount of like tools,
Right.
whether it be a weapon or some kind of, and that is to some degree available for them all the time. Now, I wouldn't think that you could create that in a card flop out, but some kind of thing where you.
So
And I've heard that maybe Gloomhaven is that product, but
it could be. I have.
So I guess what I'm asking is, do you know, like story versus effectiveness?
Something that would have done that was Seventh Continent. I think was similar to that.
Yeah,
And I had it.
we have Jason's copy, and we were
Okay.
gonna play it. We were gonna put you in his spot.
Oh, okay.
We,
I never.
we were talking about that. We
I wound up selling it because I
we
never played
bought it. We pulled it out and enjoyed it to some degree, and I think Garrett liked it the most. My one complaint with that was, like, so you would go to a location, and
So did we get all the numbers correct?
Yes, we did.
yeah, we're waiting. Take your
All
time.
came out?
We're
Yeah.
waiting for you. Take your time. We're
The
chatting.
the 3 was
Yeah,
correct.
everything
all-
was
And
correct.
the 12,000.
After we
the
fixed
12,000
your
was
mistakes, yes, it was correct.
Look. I don't.
Are you guys back,
mistakes.
or are you still doing
I
stuff?
make opportunities for others.
So yeah, you guys let him finish. So like one of the things we were talking about different campaigns in this table.
yeah.
And I was saying, he said maybe 7th continent, and I said, well, we have the
Yeah.
So the only
Did you know
minor
that we had 7th continent from Jason actually?
No,
was
I,
does
had
now.
I was talking about because I had a copy. I
yeah,
sold
yeah.
it though because I never got to the
Right.
table.
Yeah.
So
but we have that copy, and we have a game that we started, but
we died right after Tutorial Island. So,
so not
like the thing on it was that I had a knock on. It wasn't huge, but like you would have a random place to go to, and you would go there.
Yeah.
We died as
And
soon as we got off.
you wouldn't
the
know-
intro.
yeah, exactly.
Are you going to get a reward? Are you going to get
Right.
killed? Or are you going to get nothing?
right.
Which
Like-
is
like
normal, except for there was
we weren't able
nothing
to make educated guesses.
to make anyone.
Yeah.
There's no like.
Because
Oh,
with Cthulhu or most other story games, you usually have some sort of telegraphing story-wise. It's like, oh, you see a monster go into there.
Yeah.
Or
Do you
villagers-
follow the monster?
Or
Do you not
villagers
follow-
warning you or something
Yeah.
like that. Like,
and so you just have a location, and then you go there, and it kills you,
sometimes.
or not kills you, but
or
it
you,
does.
or you find a piece that you're looking for.
Or even more
Like you
frustrating.
either find a cog or you get hit
Yeah.
with the
So
steam vents.
you guys are familiar with Red Dragon Inn, right? The
Well, before
characters and
you
all that.
get there, I was going to say even more frustrating. We'll come back to your Red Dragon Inn.
Yeah.
All right,
Even more frustrating. I know.
no, you go, and I will say hold yours.
Okay. So the map tiles, because they're coming out, they're forming a map. We are in desperate need of food.
Right.
And there will be on the art of the map tiles, you'll see tracks like animal
rabbit
tracks.
trails.
Am I talking about what game right now?
7th
Seven
continent.
Yeah. And then you'll
like
be
in the snow.
and then
It's
at the
like
end of
trails.
the end of the tracks, there'll be like this number of like a location you can go investigate.
I'm familiar
We're
with
like, we need fucking food. We'll investigate the location that's at the end of these animal tracks. Is
And
there-
conceivably, you will get an animal, or you'll get no animal, right?
we get
A cliff to your
we-
death.
Yeah, we get
Basically.
nothing having to do with animals whatsoever. No food. Then we go to this other location, no animal tracks, nothing that and then all of a sudden, oh, there's an animal, but you're not
It's a
prepared to
bear.
hunt for it.
Yeah.
Because you were.
Yeah.
Right. So we might not have been playing it exactly right, or we might have
But
missed a clue.
the art was misleading to what you were going to
But that
find at
anyway,
at
that was the thing.
location.
I think we should finish this real quick.
Yeah,
Yes.
then we'll. Okay, so are we're doing the loop?
The loop.
All right. Clink.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, Elder Scrolls. All right. Would anybody like to do the honors or?
Okay, I wasn't. We got the big number. What was the big number?
Big number was
75462,
Yeah.
7.
which divided by the other one was
Wait a minute,
6,
7 what?
462.
which divided by 12,577 was exactly 6. Then
Okay.
you times that by 12 and it was a number. And then you
yeah.
62 and minus 3.
So 62 was correct.
And
3 was
3
correct.
was correct.
And
yeah.
then we ended up with a
Figured
number
it out.
that was 6614 or 41.
It was 44. It was 4461. Or you could reverse it.
And you can do it in reverse and open up the other side.
Got it.
All right.
Ooh.
All right.
In English, no less.
Yes, that's right.
Man, those
How
Vikings.
convenient.
Those Vikings.
They knew this day was coming.
Well, the Norns did.
Yeah, they did.
You fulfill your destiny and protect the tapestry of fate. As the box opens, you feel them in the room with you. 3 beings of infinite wisdom, whose eyes have seen in the rise and fall of more civilizations than you can comprehend.
Suddenly they stab
Slowly,
you.
That's right. Slowly, the weavers of fate stretch out their hands and show you their plan. They said, "Fuck all, you're dead." You see your own life, every moment of the past, the pull of the tides, the glances between lovers, the collisions of planets, the rustling of branches collide to produce the moment where you held the box in your hands. Your fate was always to protect the order of things. Still, other events are fated for you. The fall of an eyelash, the spark of a neuron, and these two, in their way, will send ripples down the stream of time. In this way, you are like every other living thing, infinitely significant, infinitely insignificant, all equally playing a role in a larger cosmic purpose. You see them all, Rose, Anders, Annika, Mikal, Julia, in the threads of their loves, their laughter, their sorrow. You see the elegance of the tapestry in the universe, their lives deftly woven into something more whole and perfect than you could have ever dreamed. Later you recall whispering tears streaming down your face. I understand. After a moment, the Norns are gone, only the open box remains, a reminder that the eternal clockwork motion of the universe carries on. Bing, bang, boom.
Nice.
Wouldn't it be inconvenient if we just closed this up and looked at what the other one said?
We can't do that.
We sure can. In this universe, we can. Like He-Man, we have the power.
So you want to read the alternate ending? Is what you're
I
saying?
would like to, if everybody else would like to.
Look,
I'm okay with that.
I let you spend good money on this.
Yeah.
Okay, you let me spend good money on this. Yes. Okay, but this was our canonical ending.
It is.
This
That,
is what we
that was
chose.
what we
Yeah, I agree.
chose.
Yes, that is the real
I
end.
would
Unless
agree.
this one is better.
In which case, it was not what we chose.
I will make you change your vote to my vote.
Oh, you
Oh wow!
you
That
chose
opened.
the
That's-
not.
How did that happen? You might as well read it.
I chose Rose.
You chose the not.
I chose Rose over the Norns.
Being contradictory to the rest.
Yeah,
of the
I just
group.
waited till everybody voted and voted opposite.
All right. The is it the same? I don't know. I should have taken a closer look. I think it's a little different, but
Yeah.
still.
Interesting.
All right.
I like.
Anybody else want to read this or?
Now go ahead.
The earth shakes.
yeah, it does.
The roar fills the ears of all living things. The fabric of the universe, time, space, history, people converges for a brief and yet infinite moment. We are all one. Then, with a retch, all things separate once more. At first, we are but specks floating in darkness. We are lost in the sea of all other things. Then slowly we begin to piece ourselves back together. We choose what is a part of us and what is not. The undertaking is one of solemn joy. We understand that this process is the purpose of our lives. In this way, the world is reborn. It is nothing like you to expect, and it is more expansive than you could have ever dreamed. Somewhere in that moment where all things converge, you know that they were reunited. Julia and Rose, McCall and his parents and his wife and son, joined in a bright superposition of what was and what was not, and what could be. What happened after all that was at least up to them. Finally, only in the box remains a reminder that you have freed us from the Norns and given us the power to determine our own fates. A new tapestry of the universe is found, full of uncertainty and open with possibility. So the world did not implode.
Yeah, I mean, in some way it did.
Yeah,
but
yeah, they're both good endings.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you guys chose what wiser? You chose Budweiser.
Budweiser.
Yes.
I like the squirrel too. That was good once it came together.
Yep.
Yeah, I liked none of the puzzles were super obnoxious. Like we some of them took extra time, but
I mean,
but none of them were like,
this one was only stumping you for a while because you weren't catching the opportunities I'd left
Yeah.
for you to
Yeah,
fill in the
yeah,
missing
yeah.
letters.
That was it.
To double check my work. You know, I had gotten all the numbers, assigned correctly.
I will admit, Michael, that we did miss an opportunity to prove you wrong. You are correct. What a joyous moment that would have been.
Well, no, but I'm glad we finally got to finishing Threads of Fate, and it's only like 9:05.
I know.
I mean,
It's
it's not
crazy
even-
that we
it's
could
not-
try that game that you said I was crazy for bringing.
All right,
I mean,
what's
it's
the
like-
other half of your conversation you were going to say?
Oh yeah, so
Red Dragon Inn, yeah.
so Red Dragon Inn had they're obviously a card game that's just
Right.
party little game or whatever.
Yeah,
but they
yeah.
came out with
Take
this
that.
campaign game, Tales from the Red Dragon Inn.
oh,
And it's like a kind of like a, from what I can gather, I have it. I tried the first episode with my wife. It's not really her jam. but
She's more of a preserves kind of person.
yeah. But it's a continuous thing, and they have like the different characters with their. It's all characters from the.
Oh yeah.
But they've got their different stats and all that, and you upgrade them as you go on, and it carries over. And so, if you guys are interested, we could give that a shot. It's like a simplified D&D, I guess.
Yeah, gotcha.
So like you'll see,
All right.
so like you'll
Is
get
it
cards
co-op?
that will upgrade. Yeah, it's called.
So, yeah.
And the monsters and stuff.
So let me back to our heavy game question. Has anybody done the Gloomhaven
I have not.
like stuff?
I
And for one main reason, I've
It's
heard great things
long.
about it. It's very
Yeah.
popular. It's long,
It's
but
long,
I've heard
And difficult.
the setup and teardown is horrendous.
What
Like,
about the
so
Jaws of
long.
the Lion? Is it solve some of that?
I
Because
heard.
it's-
I don't know. I heard it wasn't as good, but
I hadn't heard of that. Is
I don't
that
know.
an
It's like a-
expansion for
It's
No,
a
it's a
prequel,
standalone game.
standalone, but
But it's
it
nowhere near
sets
big.
up the
Gotcha.
it sets up the system.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I've been
But
interested.
is it heavier to put out than
No, it's a smaller
that?
box.
What's the game? No, I mean, is like
Oh.
Gloomhaven? Is it heavier to put out than that Arc game or whatever? What's that Ryan?
Oh, the Ryan Lockett one?
Yeah, what's that big one? That's the
above and
Arc
below?
Nova? Or no, is that it?
No,
Oh, Arc Nova, the animal one or
No,
whatever.
that's not what I'm thinking of. No Arc. What's his big one that's like a boat?
The space one, right?
no, you're the one we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, what did you guys do?
Now or never.
No, not that. The
Not
one
we did, you did.
on the map of the ocean.
Yes. Can't remember the name of it.
I've got it upstairs, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, that was a little daunting to set up.
Was it something Tides? Well, something Tides was the expansion.
Yeah.
Rising Tides. What's this? Oh, markers.
Something Gods or
Oh,
Sleeping Gods.
Sleeping Gods.
That wasn't. There were a lot of components, but
It took me. I would spend about an hour setting it up before the guys came over.
yeah.
I know
about
lots
an
of
hour
different decks.
tearing it
I know
down.
Gloomhaven, there is just an insane amount of chits and bits and
Yeah.
things and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's one where you want one of those gaming tables where
Yeah.
it's got the layer.
And then
you
you
just
cover
leave it set up and come back to it whenever you can, but it's all set up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've got the Tainted Grail. I can't remember too much about it because I
That-
read that forever ago.
That might be interesting to.
I would totally.
And a lot of those you could play and then decide.
Yeah.
But we also could pull Seventh Continent out
Right.
Yeah.
And
I've got-
and just keep going from where we were.
I've got a lot-
Sentinels of the Multiverse and follow someone's.
I've got a lot of
list
campaign-esque
fights.
type games that I've just never gotten to the table that if you guys were interested, we could try.
I mean, whatever-
Red Dragon Inn one seemed interesting because it's like a more
Okay,
simplified.
what's going on here?
Everything's back in
We've
this.
just piled
Yeah,
everything
so
on
should-
top
should-
of that and let you finish it.
Yeah, everything should be in the correct envelope and the
You wanna do
envelopes
this
are not
thing?
in order.
Yeah,
that you?
It's like
And then
10 minutes. So
and then there's a refill kit. So I need to just pull this apart later and do refill kits as necessary.
I think the only one that's going to need it is that last one. I think we did pretty good. But you might want to look through and see if there's.
I think even the last one, I think just a paperclip.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean previous
for the
to today, right?
Huh?
Because I think the one you folded.
I mean,
I don't think we.
I think you're
solved
100%. Oh
anything
my
for
goodness.
everybody.
No, it's come on.
That's a. Oh no! I thought that had a pop out kind of thing. I was like, oh, it's a one-time use.
Thing's like $20 and it came with a little neoprene map.
Oh,
for the
wow.
game. I was like, that's pretty
March,
fancy for a tiny little
April,
card game.
May.
July, August, September.
Okay, so just final thoughts. What'd you think of Threads of Fate?
It was epic.
It was epic. I liked the first one better. I thought that one
Emerald
had
Flame,
that one had more
because this is technically pre-Emerald Flame.
okay.
So-
That one was just so wordy heavy and then like the symbols and all this and I thought the other one, though equally difficult, wasn't that just seemed repetitive
Okay.
in the sense of like similar puzzles throughout the whole thing, like constantly
I think like the challenge was that
They've got more. PostCurious has more sets, and so
when we
be
hit that
interested in
one
other
thing
PostCurious sets.
where they overlap,
I definitely would, yeah.
the overlapping one on the wood
I think in general,
caused.
that's my favorite
Yeah.
system that we've played.
Yes.
Because of the way that we can separate it and be working on multiple puzzles at the same time, not having to wait linearly like that. Like I still love the exit games and things like
Yeah.
that, but or the
The divide and conquer kind of feel.
it flows well for a round of.
I agree.
this.
I've
And,
enjoyed
like,
the.
unlocks are fun too, but yeah, this is nice and meaty. Like it's
I've enjoyed the working off of each other
yeah.
part of this a lot.